and continue to elevate.
Mm-hmm. I love.
I just
Go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
And I love how every time they be on these podcasts, is be talking about this, that, and the third. It's always about women lowering their standards. A man will be intimidated when a woman is making more money than them because in their mind, oh, you're destroying my ego. You're making me feel fragile. You're making me feel less of a man. You're not less of a man because you don't make more money. You're less of a man because you're jealous of a woman instead of actually building yourself with that woman and actually having a strong mindset and actually building her up. You want to tear her down because you want her to feel the way you feel.
Mm-hmm. And then we'll gaslight and say that they don't care about a woman's money. No, you care. You care that she making more than you. That's what you care about.
Oh, they will.
Hold on. Donald, like, bro, take your page off private, and then you can come up. Otherwise, I'm just gonna mute you, bro. Or send a request, nigga. Don't be throwing tomatoes and then can't come up in and negate the prompt, my nigga. Soft. Go ahead, bro.
Poor Donald. Are you mad because the woman you want don't want your worthless self? Maybe if you got an education, maybe if you actually learn how to be a man, maybe if you stop listening to your worthless ass father, teaching you how to be a child, a man child, and actually grow the hell up, you'll probably get somewhere in life.
Yeah, that nigga ain't getting nowhere. That nigga ain't getting nowhere, man.
And it is just crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm going to sit here and I'm just going to say this, and people are not going to like this. And I'm going to say this, and a lot of men are not going to like this. A lot of these men up here want to sit here and play victim, love to play victim, and do all this stuff. And then the worst part is y'all have pick-me women out here who will literally fill your ego with false promises, knowing damn well those are the type of women you don't want to be with because they're going to hold you up to that pathetic ass patriarchy. And y'all can't stand that because y'all want, quote unquote, what they say, liberal woman or a leftist woman, a woman who actually knows about herself. Y'all want to sit there and just want to be taken care of. Y'all want that soft girl era, quote unquote, and y'all want somebody to take care of you. And how I know this is because my father's like that. My father has no job. My father has no money. My father is a freaking drug dealer, and he gets mad at me because I take advice from my uncle, who, by the way, my uncle was in the Marines. He has 4 degrees. His wife also has 4 degrees. They have a wonderful marriage, been together for 10 years, and my uncle has emotional intelligence. My dad is jealous of my uncle.
Your dad jealous of your uncle?
Oh, yeah. It's simple fact. He think that every time he think I'm going to listen to him. First of all, I can never listen to a man who refused to be a man himself. Do it, and I like to say this to all these men in here who are watching this live and who do not like this man for speaking the truth. I want you to take your shrumpled up, dirty faced balls, throw it in the trash, and become your woman's bitch because that's all you will ever be.
I ain't gotta say nothing. I appreciate you for coming up, bro.
You're welcome, because it's funny to me. I just find it very hilarious that it's always women need to choose better. Women need to choose better. Women need to choose better. Oh, you need to basically it'd be a lot of crazy shit. And when a woman raised her voice, y'all want her to lower her voice. I mean, baby, she already lowered her standards. What else you want her to do?
Women, y'all gotta stop lowering y'all standards for men. That's stupid. I don't think you should lower your standards, right? No.
No, do not, ladies, please do not lower your standards. When you have a black man or a black gay man who tell you never to lower your standards and we're ready to beat the brake, I don't know if I can say this. If we're ready to beat the brakes and we're telling you to not deal with these type of men because we see how they are, please listen to us because it's crazy. And no, we're not pandering. And no, for all the men who got something to say, no, we're not pandering to women. No, we're not telling women what they should and should not do. Women already know this. And then
them niggas scared to call out. Men just afraid of men. That's what it is, bro. It take a lot to go against. Appreciate the panda hood. That was dope. Appreciate the panda hood. That was cool.
And it does. And it does. It takes a lot to go against men because a lot of these men are afraid of other men because they say, oh, we're afraid to get beat up. We're afraid of violence. Baby, I love to fight. Don't threaten me with a good time. It's like, y'all hate a lot. Y'all hate women so damn much. And if we actually pull up the statuses and y'all say and they say women are going to be lonely, women are going to be this. Let's look. We have to look at the statuses because multiple statuses that I looked up and studied. Single women are much happier. You have a clear mind than married women unless they're with a good partner. But single men are more miserable and everything else single until they're married, and that's when they're more happy. Why they're more happy? Because why they're more happy when they're married? Let me see. The fact that they suck a woman's energy, her beliefs, her spiritual energy, her mental and emotional away from her. And then when she is so drained and when she leaves him after years and years and years and years of dealing with bullshit, it's a problem, but it's always, oh, I don't know the reason why she left. Yes, you did. You just thought she was going to stay with you for a very long time. And then when she got done with your crap, now you're crying on the internet. Oh my God, women ain't nothing. Women ain't nothing. No, baby. She just full you. She just recognized you're full of shit.
Yup. 100. 100. These niggas be soft. Niggas be soft. Trash, pathetic excuses of being, bro. They only have most smoke. They all got smoke for black women. No smoke for the Caucasian man. That's all I'm gonna keep saying. No smoke for your actual quote unquote oppressors. Not all Caucasian people. I know how YouTube and TikTok and all y'all be getting. But I'm just saying, actual racists, they don't got no smoke for that. They don't got no smoke for the quote unquote system that's keeping them away from their children. Oh, welfare, nigga. Them niggas saying welfare. Did welfare keep Dr. Umar Johnson away from his daughter?
Lord.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah, man. We gotta talk about it. Y'all niggas trash. Y'all niggas hate y'all wife. Y'all hate y'all mama. And you hate kids, nigga. That's why y'all, you know what? I'm finna hurt feelings. Black men ain't fathers. They breeders.
Oh, definitely are. They're not men. And also, one thing I like to put in perspective, because I see this a lot, I don't know how gay men got into the conversation. Because when women talk about how men ain't shit or in the conversation, they always throw us into it. They be like, "Well, gay relationships last longer than any other relationship." Let me remind y'all. Let me remind the men who say that something. For two gay men to actually have a successful relationship, they need emotional intelligence. The percentage of gay men are low, while the percentage of gay men being single are high. So who is really the problem?
They'll still say women are the problem because they file for divorce more. And then they'll bring up the dumbass stat that they never read, talking about, well, women divorce women at higher. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. That's what they do.
Oh, they always do that. They'll do that, and then they'll compete. Oh my God. I want me a woman to this, that, and third. Baby, when you get your dream woman, you still treat her like shit.
Yeah. Point blank period. Mute up for me, bro. And I appreciate it. I'm gonna have a conversation with this man right here for a second. All right, appreciate you. What's up, man?
What's shaking, God? So I was passively listening to the conversation. I don't know who said that black men basically were a problem. I don't know if it was you or the guest you had on. I don't know who it was.
Dog, I'm not trying to clown. I'm not trying to. I promise. I'm not gonna do that to you. This is the second time though. Do you know how to change a battery in a smoke detector? Or are you at home in your apartment or house? Because
I do, but it didn't start until like not that long ago. But I'm not gonna go out and get a battery just yet.
Okay, I got you. Go ahead.
How you say it? But yeah, there's no if it was you or the guest that was on that said that black men are a problem. Basically, essentially, is what was said. It was very disturbing to me, especially because I know, like, from my own experience, right? The idea that black men, aren't good fathers or they choose to leave or whatever, what have you.
Oh, that was me. That was me. Yeah, not saying by saying a lot of black men are breeders and not fathers.
Yeah. So, I think that is the case, and that is true at times, right? I'm not going to say that doesn't happen.
Okay.
Right. I'm not going to say that, but I think like that idea as it being so common, and it's just like a plague in the Black community is a bit crazy to me.
It is common. No matter what group of women, we see how Black men move to other communities of women, even the women that they fetishize, they leave those women as single mothers too. Now, I'm not saying majority of men do this, but I am saying it is a lot of men that do this. It is damn near a goddamn virus, sort of say. Like a
But I think it's a bit crazy for you to say that, because there are plenty of Black men, right, that are good fathers to their children and who are with the mother of their child, who the tone the tone and statement, right, leads to the idea that Black men are it's like an epidemic.
I never said Black men do not take care of their children. Why would I get up here and talk about the Black men who take care of their children when I'm calling out?
I'm not saying that you said that. What I'm saying is the tone, that the wording in the tone led to it gives that impression. That's what I'm saying.
Why what am I supposed, do I need to be sweet? I'm not a Black male advocate. Am I supposed to be sweet with them?
I'm not saying you gotta be sweet with them, but let's be fair with them.
Well, where's the fairness? Well, okay, you tell me how should I be fair with Black men? When Black men get on these apps, when Black men unalive Black women and Black women don't unalive us at the same rate, when so many women are getting abused, 1 out of 4 women are SA'd, and that's just by what's reported, because so many Black women keep their mouths shut. Where should I be fair to Black men? Yeah, where should I be fair to Black men? Tell me.
Okay, so I'm not saying that these things do not occur. That is not what I'm saying at all. I'm not saying that it doesn't have any. I'm not saying you shouldn't talk about it. I'm not saying you shouldn't, vocalize or bring awareness to that situation. That's not what I'm saying. What alerted me, right, when we initially request, is the idea that you're I'm not trying to tone police you with the comments. I'm saying that my impression, by listening to what you said and how you said it, it gives the idea that you, as a Black man, is saying that Black men are so awful. They're just so terrible.
Well, yes, a lot of them. I am saying it. A lot of them are. Should I not say that?
I'm not saying that a lot of them are. I will agree that a lot of men,
I think 51% of Black men are terrible. I think the majority of Black men are terrible.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But I think it's a bit crazy that you, as a Black man, would be saying that.
Why?
And I'm not saying we shouldn't hold other Black men accountable. That's not what I'm saying either.
I think the majority of Black men are trash, even the ones who don't have any children outside of wedlock, because we know that how Black men get down, that everything is about box. Everything is fucking. I got money, I'm gonna flex my money, I'm a fucker. That's what, bro, this type of man exists as the high value man. As a freaking pastor, we got to get these dudes out the church, right? As the community activist, that man exists in every category. Like, that man is everywhere, right? Even the ones who don't have children, right? Because that's what we like to flex, that 51% are childless. That doesn't mean that they're not having a bachelor lifestyle. And we know how we get down. We know that we made everything about intercourse. What the fuck? That's not a stereotype. That's literally how we view things. If we really cared about fucking body count, right? If we really cared about Black women, we'd be fucking marrying them. We'd be marrying Black women and keeping our D's in our pants until we find the right one. But that's not what the majority of men are doing. The majority of men are having a good time, quote unquote good time.
Okay, so here's where, so I several things I have several comments, right? So let's go with the keeping the D in the pants, right? I don't agree with that idea, because people they want to do with who they want to do it with.
Oh wait, time out. What's your body count?
Lord knows. Lord knows.
Oh shit!
Lord knows.
Are you serious?
But the same way.
No, wait, tell me. I swear, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna harp on that one point. I just have one question. You
Okay.
seriously don't know your body count?
I have no idea.
No, bro, come on, bro. Stop playing, y'all.
I'm not even being funny. I have no idea.
So you telling you got any kids outside of wedlock?
No.
So you're telling me that your ethnic image is not that of a whore?
No, I am a whore.
All right, bet. So basically proving a point.
And the hundreds is crazy. Somebody commented.
So for me to say that all we want to do is fuck, and then you come up here proving the point that you as a black man is a WHORE, but you want to defend black men and say that's a stereotype. So are you saying you are the stereotype? You not the like? What are you saying?
What I am saying to you is, right? I've gone my entire life. I don't have any kids, right? I've not done anything crazy. I didn't make any kids out of like nothing like that, right? But at the same time, I think that women should be able, like, when people say, "Oh, how many body counts a woman has?" I think that's absolutely crazy because that doesn't change her value as a woman, right?
I got you. We right there, but I was doing reverse rhetoric. But got you.
I think the same thing of the man as well. Like, people do what they want to do, and they shouldn't be judged and seen as less valuable or whatever, what have you, right? That's craziness to me, right? I have been in relationships, right, where I was faithful, where I was dealing with that one person, was monogamous, right? So it's not like I'm out here just sowing seed and laying pipe.
You are. You literally are. You
not sowing seed.
But you laying pipe. You're laying pipe.
Okay, granted, you got that one. That's true. But I'm not sowing seed. I'm also responsible with that, right? And so what I'm saying is,
does that make you a good man?
It doesn't make me a bad one.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
But I don't want you to misrepresent my statements,
okay,
right?
I got you. I'm gonna mute up and go ahead.
Really what I wanted to say to you was, although I think that what you're saying does have some merit, anyway, what I think what you're saying does have some merit. I'm not saying what you're saying is untrue. I do think, though, that your rhetoric is just bad. It's you bad mouthing black men in that way, right? And then you're it's across the board. There is no room for the good ones, the ones who will want to do better, the ones who is willing to do better. Like, there's no room for that in your rhetoric, and that's what I'm trying to say to you.
I don't care.
I can tell. I feel it.
I trying to be nice because I don't want to disrespect you.
I don't take it that way. Say what you gotta say, my guy.
I fuck these niggas. There's no room for error. Yeah, there's no room for error when a woman has a child outside of wedlock and she reserves herself for marriage. Like, she learns from her quote unquote mistake. I don't want to call the child a mistake. I understand the action of it, right? But there's no room for error when you're being a black woman. You have to be perfect. You got to keep your legs closed, but I can fuck you. You got to make sure you got to make sure. Hold on, wait a minute. You got to make sure you have discernment. But I'm a manipulator. But you got to choose the right man. There's no such thing as the right man. There is no such thing as a good man. There's no such thing as the right man. Being the right man and a good man means I actively choose my fucking partner every day. There's no such thing as this fucking unicorn man where he's just a good. No, it's a fucking choice. And the fact of the matter is, men don't want to be good. They want to fuck anything walking. They want to do whatever they want. And then when a woman gets on the back burner of us fucking them over, right? That's her fault. That's her fault. She should have chose better. So forgive me. Actually, don't forgive me. Fuck the black men who degrade black women. Why? I get what you're saying. I get where you come from. Maybe you don't know. All these men who get on these apps and disrespect the womb in which they come out of, and call black women animals and all kind of things, and then flex other races of women. Y'all get mad at me for giving black men the same smoke. Well, fuck those black men. I'm not here to be nice to black men. I don't advocate for black men. I'm not your advocate. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black woman's advocate, point blank, period. But I'm not gonna stand up for a group of ninjas who don't have no smoke for other races of men, but always want to put their foot up black women's ass. So no, I'm not here to be nice with bitch ass niggas. Like I like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. So with that being said, why would I get up here talking about the good black man? Majority of black men are not good.
So I hear what you're saying. I see the stance you're taking, right? So I also agree with you. I do think I don't agree with the idea that, you know, a woman should quote unquote choose better. I think that's just asinine, right? I think that's complete asinine logic. I agree with you. I see where you're coming from, and I agree with you. And I'm not disagreeing with you when I say this, right? So, like your prompt says, all black men trash.
It didn't say that at
right?
first. It didn't say that at first. But I just switched it. Yes.
Now.
Yeah.
Right. And so it is what I also want to point out. My name is King of Kemet, right? And I want Kemet being the name it was before it was called Africa, right? Dominated by a man named Africanus, and they changed the name to Africa, right? To honor him because he dominated it. That's what the Europeans started calling it, right? So I love black people, right? That's my thing, right? So when I see you say as a black man that all black men are trash,
yes,
and I'm not saying you can advocate for women without trashing black men.
Oh, got you. Okay, got you. So thank you for that point. Now here's what I want you to do. I want you to go over to those men and tell them that they can advocate for black men without disrespecting black women. Can you do that? Instead of checking me.
I would do that.
A man
is. If I saw that happening, I would do that.
Oh, y'all never see that happening. Kevin Samuels, did you go check Kevin Samuels when he was alive?
I didn't say check Kevin Samuels. I didn't engage with Kevin Samuels.
But you saw his rhetoric, right? You saw his content, right?
I've seen his content, but I didn't go and seek out Kevin Samuels.
So wait a minute. So time out, because this is the way the hypocrisy comes in. Kevin Samuels said the biggest. So you seen Kevin Samuels and you saw what the fuck he said, which was a lot of trash. And he even told a Christian woman that her womb is only tied to. I mean, that her womb is her only purpose. That because she had a child, she should go fuck on a high value man, or she should give up the womb because she should give up the box because she already gave up her womb. To reduce a woman down to her biology, that's trash. That's what Kevin Samuels did, right? Even though I had a conversation with Anton Daniels, y'all, I did. But I'm gonna repeat what Anton Daniels said. Anton Daniels said, throw out the baby with the bathwater, get a whole new group of women and start the community over. Now, I don't give a fuck how he got to that point, but that to me, that's
wait. What people he said,
he said, throw out the baby with the bathwater, get a whole new group of women and start the community over. Now, again, I don't give a fuck how he got to that point, and I called him out on this. We had a conversation. I even brought him with pen. He was cool. He was nice. He knows that I don't agree with him going to the extreme like that and all that stuff. But don't say I didn't have a conversation, because I actually did, and I called him out on the TikTok when he came on the TikTok. We've had multiple conversations. Now, with that being said, I don't know what that sounds like to you, but how do you get rid of the child and then get a whole new group of women? That sound like that sound like genocide, sort of, you know. But everybody was mad at Cynthia G, but nobody had the same smoke for those men. Tommy Sotomayor said, "The darker the berry, the dumber the bitch." Where was the smoke for Tommy? So dark-skinned women, the darker you are, the dumber you are. And not only that, he punches a woman in the face on Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit keeps using the N-word. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Female in the face on a podcast?
Angry man. Because I can keep going. Fuck all y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? Anton Daniels, I got a little bit of grace, but that statement, bro, we got to have a conversation. But because I got to use it for an example. So we can have a debate or whatever, sit down like we already did. But just because you had a conversation with me, I'm letting you slide. I believe you say angry man. Angry man said, black women were getting black men hung from trees due to pillow talking.
Okay, all of that is wild. I think
like, what are we talking about? I'm just finding it funny how everybody finds the super panda bear content, but cannot do not listen to them niggas that keep saying the most disgusting and degrading things about black women in fucking general. I just find that funny, but I'm supposed to have grace. No, you don't. I love y'all, but I'm not going to always be nice because black women don't have it easy. Black women get judged by being a woman, right? And if she has a child and she's never good enough, she's never good enough. She will never be good enough. It don't matter if she broke and she's submissive. She gonna get cheated on and disrespected. It don't matter if she got an education. Oh well, you know, shoot, now she's strong and independent. The motherfucking woman can't do. Black women can't do enough. They always gonna be wrong, fam. But I
agree with you. Listen, I have a mother, auntie, grandmother, cousin, siblings, all of that.
Then why are you asking me to be graceful with black men? Why?
No, I'm not asking to be graceful.
Yeah, you are. You're asking. You said okay. You said it's very.
Statement. I made a direct statement.
You said you find it surprising.
What I said was fair. I didn't say be graceful.
There is no fairness. Life ain't fair. It's not fair. No. Why should I be fair? Black women don't have it fair.
Are you trash?
Yes, I'm fucking garbage.
Why are you garbage?
Because the Lord says. No, I'm just letting the Lord say that. My righteousness is that. My righteousness is that of filthy rags. Yes, I'm trash. Mm-hmm. Yep.
You say you're filthy
rags. My righteousness is that of filthy rags. I will never be good enough for the Lord. Right?
For the Lord?
For the Lord.
No. I'm not asking you about a religious aspect.
Well, that's what I equated on, because Jesus said no man is good. I ain't good. I'm trash.
No, but the context of the conversation is about black men. So in context of black men,
okay. I've had 10 real relationships, and all of those relationships I fucked over. Not because I cheated, but because I was childish. I didn't give the woman the time that she needed, even though my wife is my wife. Yes. That doesn't mean that the other women weren't qualified to be a wife. I was dumb. So yes, I was trash. And I hope that all those women find a man that was better than me in those moments. So yes, I am trash too. Let's see. I wasn't always the best child, right? Yeah, in that regards, I wasn't always the best child. Let's see. I've disappointed my friends before. Family.
Did you grow and get better and become somebody?
Yeah, I grew. That don't mean I'm not trash, bro. Right?
But what I'm asking is, right, in context to black women, right? Are you a piece of trash?
They probably wouldn't say that I'm trash because I'm advocating for them, but I for the realest of the why should their opinion? My wife wouldn't say I'm trash, my G. My wife would say I'm trash.
Yeah. I'm asking about what you think. Do you, in this current moment, think that you are trash to black women?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I'm still not doing enough. I don't think I'm doing enough. I don't think we're doing enough as black men for our group of women. I don't think we take
no, specifically you.
Oh yes, me. Yeah. Even though I advocate for black women, you know what I'm saying? Even though I hand my platform over to a black woman so she can have conversations with black women and use my big platform to spread awareness to DV and stuff like that, it's still not good enough. So yes, I'm going to say that I'm trash as well, and I got some work to do.
Well, in the midst of like you saying and me asking this question and saying that, just for example, I seen someone say, "Hey, I seen your growth." That's someone acknowledging that you have transitioned, right? So I'm not saying that. I personally don't think that you are trash. Personally, me, given what you're advocating, or regardless of your method in doing so, I don't think that you are trash. Right? Because I don't think for Black women, the demographic of people or the group of people who are the most hated in this country. So I do not.
Who the most hated in this country?
Black women.
Oh, okay, cool. So you do know that Black women are the most hated for. That's got you.
So I agree with you. Black women are the most educated people in this country in this current time in 2025.
Yes.
Right? And still they are seen as not as smart, not as capable X, Y, and Z. So
yeah, but who are they mostly? Who are they mostly getting the smoke from? Because it's not the Caucasian people no more. Who are they mostly getting the smoke from? Who is it now that's calling them trash? Who has become the whip?
Who has? Are you asking me?
I'm asking you, who is tearing down Black women?
The most.
The who?
The most?
Yes, the most. Who is tearing down Black women the most?
My opinion is not Black men.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Why would you say that it's not Black men?
Let me answer that question. So I don't surround myself around people who are going to degrade Black women.
That's not, man, bro, come on.
Right?
I'm not talking about. Oh my goodness, I'm not talking. Y'all be getting to throw y'all like anecdotal lifestyle. I don't throw anecdotals. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. In general.
But that's not what. So let me ask you a question, right? You asked me a question, which was, who do I think is the most? Who I think is throwing the most shade at Black women, right? I understand that question, but you're asking me about my perspective. I can only give you. You're right.
I'll take that. I did frame it like that. Go ahead.
If I meet someone who's degrading Black women, I'm not entertaining that person. I'm just not. I do not care about what good it is for the rest of the world, X, Y, and Z. If you're degrading my mother, I don't want to entertain you. Period, point blank. I'm not doing that.
Who is unaliving Black women the most?
I don't have that information. I'm not going to say anything.
Man, take a guess. If they're in proximity.
You are asking a loaded question.
That's not a loaded question. Black women are in proximity of Black men majority of the time. So who is unaliving Black women the most? You don't even have to look it up. You know the answer.
The same. Let me say why I think that's even if it's Black men. I'm gonna say it's Black men.
Wait. Time out.
Hold on.
It is Black men, but even if it's Black men, huh?
Listen to me.
Nah.
I can't confirm that. If I made a statement, let's say I said that it was white people who are doing that, you would. You actually could look that up. And I get that, but if I had said it's white people, right? You would say, where you get that data from? Where's your info?
I wouldn't. Because you know what? Because Black women are 4 times more likely to lose their life in the hospital than any Caucasian woman, right? Now, would I say that they're purposely? I don't know if I can't go into the science of it all, but for some odd reason, it seems to be a discrepancy between Caucasian women and Black women losing their life when in the hospitals. Now, you know, we can go down the conspiracy, be like, well, are they giving them medical racism? All this.
Mel just said, I looked it up while I didn't know. That's something I actually looked. I have not looked into that, right? So I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to give an answer that I don't know. I'm not going to do that. Right, so I'm not trying to be obtuse or rude or say or try to escape the question. I genuinely
King. Okay, fine. Let's put it like this: if Black women are mostly so if you go to Pew Research studies, right, it says that Black men are twice more likely Black women are twice more likely to date out than Black women. Okay, so Black men do date out more than Black women, right? So if Black women only deal with Black men as a majority, who is hurting them the most?
Needs more study time. If we're attempting, you would know. I'm sorry. Ask that question one more time.
Pew Research studies. I'm gonna give you a study. You go look it up yourself, right? PW Research study says Black men are twice more likely to date out than Black women. Black women are dealing with Black men as a majority. So with that being said, Who is hurting black women the most?
How are those two things like linked? Explain it. I don't understand that.
It was a
the
the point of the question, the point of the question was to show you. It wasn't a trick question. The point of the question was to show you, or the point of me even throwing it that black men are twice more likely to date out and black women are not, was showing race loyalty. One, that's what it was doing, and two, it was painting a picture that black women only or majority only deal with black men. They're in proximity to black men. They don't date out, right? As a lot, they really don't date out, like probably like 2 to 3% or 13, somewhere in that area, right? So if they're only and mostly dealing with us, who is hurting them the most?
Oh, yes, I can see. Okay, yes, it would be black men, obviously, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So with that being said, who is unaliving black women the most?
It would be black men. They're around black men. And going back to this is what I was trying to say before, but I got sidetracked. That's the same as when white tea people say, "Oh, well, black on black crime." But if black people are around black people, murders humans in society, people murder people. Right?
I got you. There's a point of me saying that though. The point is me saying that, hey, the ones with the whip, right? Even when it comes to take out unaliving, right? When it comes to hurt, proximity hurt, yes, I got you. But then even outside of that, social media,
around each other, we're gonna hurt each other.
Social media, who's hurting them on social media? Who's always talking bad about them? Who are they always? Who essays them the most? Right? Who does that? Black men. It's me showing that black men are the problem majority of the times with their group of women.
Yes, and I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying to you is we are interacting with each other. So imagine this, right? You're in a house with 20 other black people, right?
Yep.
You're gonna be affected by those people because that's who you're around, who you're interacting with. So of course you're gonna be hurt, embarrassed, shamed, whatever it is by those people. That's who you're around.
Okay, so King, you're walking yourself into a rabbit hole. I want you to know that, right? So you are, because I'm gonna help you out before you continue. You're literally about to prove that black men are the problem.
I'm not saying that
you're going to prove that black men are the problem. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute up.
I'm not saying that black men aren't a problem, that black men can't be problematic. I would never infantilize or sensationalize black men in that way, like they're perfect. No, I'm not going to do that. What I'm saying is, when you look at these studies, and it's very fair, right? When you look at these studies, they're surrounded by black people, right? We hurt those that are around us. If I only interact with black people and I get a part of the study and I say, oh, well, a black woman hurt me, a black man hurt me, this is that's all I've interacted with. That's who I'm around. When we're secluded, in reality, we're put in it, we're confined, right? This is still happening today. Like, we're confined to certain areas. There are black neighborhoods, right? And in a black neighborhood, who's going to be the one? Of course, it's going to be black on black crime. It's a black neighborhood. Of course, it's going to be black women and black men hurting each other. It's a black neighborhood. I understand you. I'm just saying, take the studies with a grain of salt. It is not me saying that black men, it's not me trying to soften the blow that black men hit or throw or land. That's not what I'm trying to do. What I am trying to say to you is, what your rhetoric, like saying like all black men are trash, is saying that the black men who actually do deserve some credit are not, you're discrediting them.
They're trash. They trash too. This so-called good black man that everybody keeps talking about is trash too. Right? Because I guarantee if you start looking up what he is and what he was, these changes, they trash too. They trash too. So like, what are we talking about? If I can get up here and say I'm trash, And I could throw me in the butt. Fuck, I'm trash too. Fuck it, let's get it. Y'all, you getting mad at me for saying all black men are trash?
I'm not saying that.
And I'm really the prompt is the prompt is up there to prove a point though. You know what I'm saying? Like the prompt is up there to prove a point, but like, you know, it's nigga, you can read in between the lines. But we ain't gotta do all that. But yeah, so you got a problem with the way I'm addressing black men, right? That's basically
no,
you don't like the way that I'm addressing black men.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, you said I should be fair.
What I'm saying is that all black men are not trash.
Gotcha. All right. Because I mean, you know, I asked. All right. You don't even know your body count, fam. You don't think that's trash? You don't think that's trash to not know your own body count, fam?
I think it's an important factor.
When the last time you took an STD panel?
3 months ago.
That's good. That's good. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's good. But you don't know. But you don't. So you're not being. Are you using protection every time?
Of course I am.
All right, man. You don't think that's. But to not know. To not know your body count is crazy, though.
Are you talking to me, Jazz?
Yes.
Wait,
would you think it's irrelevant if a woman came up here and said she does not know
he actually
what
said
her body count is?
I don't think that's a relevant thing to a woman either.
No, I got you. I mean, if that's he been fair the whole time. I'm gonna go. Y'all tap the screen, share the live. The co-host is here, Jack. Hold on, King. I'll mute you. I'm gonna start letting people up in a minute. Just give me a sec. King Loaf, you back? What's going on?
Not much, bro. You know what I'm saying? I just want to revisit the conversation a little bit.
You want me to change the prompt back? Is that what you're saying?
No. You get it on
that. You talking about this one?
I think it was taken out of hand, right?
No, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let's go back to. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna leave that mug up though. I fuck it. Fuck it. Let them get mad. Goddamn me. I don't care. Mooney, you don't count. Goddamn it. You're a protected class person. With that being said, Mooney don't count. She up in that trolling the yeah. She don't know hers either. She don't count. Goddamn it. She knows she be on the side. We give grace to certain ones, but you gotta put a token on the head. You gotta mark them. Goddamn me. Now with that, King Lo,
what you is my spirit animal for real.
King Lo, what you literally when I gave you the example that Kevin Samuel said to that woman. That shit, you might as well put it on that high value man. You already had a child out of wedlock. You already gave up your womb. Your words were, well, that's true. She might as well. Huh? So because she has a
Listen. My thing
hold on, King, don't lie. That is what you said.
I said that's not what I said. I said that's what I said.
Why? Okay, so do you know how? So because she has a child, just fuck a nigga.
No, what I'm saying is, look at it like this. All right, let's say
ain't no way to look at it.
If it's a religious thing that they're both on, then yes, wait until marriage. I get it. You already have a kid, whatever. Wait until marriage. But if it's just one person on a religious thing, and it's not, let's say that key person or whatever.
The who? The who person?
The key person, because let's be honest, the key person in that relationship was the man. It'd be the same way if it would be the same way if the woman was the breadwinner, she had no kids, she did everything right in life, and it's the man who has that one child or whatever.
It's never the same.
I'm telling you, bro, it is.
It's never the same.
It is.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. Go ahead.
All right. So if they're both on religious reasons, then yes, I'm all for that. But if it's just her and you meet a person, this man, he's elevating in life, you gonna make him wait?
Yes, nigga, because that's her fucking body. That's her body. That's her body. These women don't owe us no goddamn pussy. What you mean? You can do whatever the fuck she want with her body. No, we're not gonna do that. You talking about you gonna make it? No, King Lord, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. You literally just, bro. That's what you're implying. That's what you're implying. You talking about she gonna make him wait? Yes, nigga. It don't matter if the nigga got millions of dollars, billions of dollars. It don't matter who the fuck she is. If she want to wait, let's say it wasn't for religious purposes. If she want to wait to a certain date, if she want to do I don't know, the freaking Think Like a Man goddamn thing, 3 months until you get the cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? Think Like a Man movie with Megan whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's her body, her choice. These women don't owe us shit. So what you mean? You gonna make him wait? Yes. What the fuck? Huh? Are you gonna take it from her?
No.
Are you? No, I'm saying because
nothing like that.
But the way you framing the goddamn question, man, you gonna make him wait? Go ahead and keep explaining. All
right, so let's say you as a man, right?
Oh my god, yes.
You got about 4 kids.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You already been in a marriage, you got divorced, whatever, and then you meet this woman who she's great, bro. She's literally a great person. What do you think it's fair to make her wait until you marry her?
Yeah, this my fucking body. This my D. This my body, nigga. This me. What the fuck you mean?
I guess we just think on 2 different
levels. So if I have come on, that's a crazy question. So if I have kids and I want to change my life, I owe this motherfucking woman my body? How does kids and a failed marriage equate to she just deserved my body?
It's just the fact that
am I of less value?
They were wasting your
Wait, time out. King Law, am I of less value now? Because are you saying on a human basic level, I am not valuable no more? So I just need to accept whatever the fuck I can get? Is that what you're saying?
No, nobody.
Okay, so
we gotta be honest about the positions that people put themselves in.
I'm not a whore. Like, so why should I sleep with this woman just because I got what? If let's say a woman coming on to me and I don't want to, let's say I'm single because I'm married, but like a woman coming on to me and I'm like, no, I've told a woman no. I've told plenty of women no before. Like, I'm good, bro. Keep it. What's wrong? Okay, so why do I have to owe this? Why would I owe this woman my body, right? Because I got kids and a failed marriage, and if she come on to me, I'm just supposed to accept what I can get. That's crazy. Or accept what I can get. That's crazy.
No, you gotta put it into the terms of what that lady was going through.
What the fuck?
The terms she was going through is literally life changing. You trying to be a part of a person's life who is thriving, right?
So does the nigga?
Bro, come on, yo.
Pussy cannot
be serious, bro.
Pussy cannot keep a man. It never did.
We know that.
You know what? I'm so sorry. You know what? I'm sorry, y'all. For the sake of the conversation, I will not say that word no more. God forgive me. YouTube forgive me. TikTok forgive me. I apologize. Intercourse has not kept a man. It does not keep a man. So it doesn't. It doesn't. Because we see that y'all niggas cheat. It don't matter if she suck. It don't matter if she whatever she do. She could do. She could backflip on it. Goddamn. I don't know. I'm just saying. She could do all these things on it, right? She could drain you before you go out to work. If a nigga wanna fuck, they gonna cheat. You say what?
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah. So I'm saying. So all this idea that I gotta put myself into perspective of what she going through. That don't mean that I owe her my body. Like since we flipping the script on me, and that I don't owe a woman my body, nigga. This my shit. This my temple. I don't have to fuck you.
May I interject, please?
What the fuck are we talking about?
So your statement.
Nobody said you had to. It's just the fact that you're trying to make somebody wait.
Excuse me.
What's wrong with that? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I know this nigga heard me talking before he started continuing to talk. But okay, I'm gonna hear that for a second. Thank you. I don't need your permission. I just want to make sure my mic was working because you were acting like my mic wasn't working. So you made a statement that she didn't make the last man wait. I would like to know how the fuck you would know that. How would you know that she didn't make the last man wait? How would you know that?
I'm pretty sure in that interview she said it. But
we're not talking. No, I'm not speaking
either way,
person.
either way,
I'm just saying a woman
I think
in
that
general.
point is irrelevant.
No. I asked you a question. How would you know that a woman didn't let the last man wait? You made the assumption. I'm not talking about a specific person because I've heard men make this statement before. This is why they have this weird mentality that single mothers shouldn't hold a standard for the next man because the last man she had a baby for. So she shouldn't be making the man wait till marriage. She shouldn't be making the man wait for months. If he spent just a little bit of money or give her a little bit of attention, she should be willing to bust it wide open if he got something going for himself.
I mean, we are all grown, right?
No. It has nothing to do with being grown. If we're grown, we should know the difference between when we should be giving our bodies up and when we shouldn't. We should be knowing that it's okay for people to have boundaries if we're grown, right? So my question to you was, how do you know what she made the last man wait for or not? How
That's
would
crazy.
you know?
That's crazy, y'all.
And my answer would be,
Oh,
if it's
my bad, Victoria.
centered around a certain person, just look at what they
put
say.
this link right here.
Look at what they say. Look at the answers to whatever, right? Like, you can't. That's not even a real question that you can answer. It's kind of crazy.
No, is it not a question that you can answer? Is that what you're saying? You don't know. That's what it boils down to.
No, because your question was, how can I know that any random woman that I'm trying to be with has made the next man wait? But what we were talking about is a woman who actually did make the next man wait.
Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Why does
dude, bro?
How? Hey, King, hey, show your face, bro. I need to see your face, bro.
Did you hear what he just said? He literally just in black and white, real fucking time. He just contradicted himself. He just admitted that there is no way for him to know. But he just made a goofy ass assumption because she has children. You know, the only difference between a woman who has children and a man who does not is weird, that women can get pregnant. That is the only fucking difference. If y'all could get pregnant, sir, there would be a whole damn trail of crumb snatchers behind y'all asses, okay? If
you know, you are so wrong.
If you had a whole being that had to feed from your damn body, you are a food supply for a whole human being, you would not be able to escape the fact that you too would have children as a You're not going to overtalk me. I know that you might be. I know that you might need a little bit of assistance here, so I'm going to hold your fucking hand and tell you that you sound fucking stupid. You're too grown. You sound about 30. I'm sure you look about 50. You haven't cammed up yet. We'll find out, right? By the sounds of it, you're extremely childish. You are extremely insecure. And you feel that you need to pressure a woman into letting you hunch on her for 3 seconds in order to feel like you're not wasting your time because you know you're not him. You know that you have to keep her around for as little or as much time as you possibly can so that you can feel some kind of validation as a man. But if you really were him and if you were a man of substance, you would not have to coerce a woman into giving you coochie. She would freely fucking give it, sir. But I see that you're not him. So now you have to try to gaslight and quote unquote peer pressure women into giving you charity coochie.
Appreciate it.
I'm so glad you think that about me.
I'm pretty certain that is exactly what it is.
Hey man.
Yeah, you're right.
Hold on.
I know.
Hey man, I'm sorry, bro. Please, speaker, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, child. So first of all, the fact that I'm glad that you clocked him. Because when he said, what is she going to do? Make him wait?
That's a bad thing.
Yeah. She's going to do whatever the hell she wants to do with her coochie. I don't care what he's doing for her. I don't care if he bought her a freaking island. If she said, I ain't trying to give it up, guess what? She don't have to give it up. Like the fact that y'all be real disgusting. like high key. That's why I'm telling these women, y'all gotta stop being delusional and start listening to what these people, these males are saying out of their mouth. Like literally listen to what they're saying. Stop all the Disney World fairy tale. Listen to what these men are saying. Because the fact that he even said that, that's a telltale sign right there, the type of guy he is.
So was her question a good question?
Wait, hold on. Wait, time. I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Lord, I'm asking. Give me the strength, cause I'm about to. I'm about to go viral. I'm trying not to. Go ahead, Pat. Hold on, Zay. Pat, go ahead, bro. You said single mothers are for recreational use, or were you trolling?
Yeah, I was a little hyperbolic, but
So-
no, I was basically saying that no self-respecting man would take a single mom seriously.
Why not?
Because any self-respecting man wants to start his own family.
Yeah. So if that man died, right, and she has a child, what now?
Hold on.
Time out.
Yeah, they get her.
You take your mama seriously?
Time out.
Yeah.
Time out. Because y'all
My mom's
gonna get the
married.
panel shut down and shit. Hold on.
Yeah,
If
she's
that
two
man,
parents.
no, shut the fuck. Don't start doing the damn insults. We got it. Like, bro, if that man died,
Yeah,
right?
that's a different situation.
It's
right?
not a different situation.
It is.
No, it's not.
Absolutely is.
No, it's not. It's literally no, it's not. It's literally not. I'm going to explain why it's not a fucking different situation. I'm going to explain because whether the woman, I mean the man is here or not, she's still a fucking single mother. Widow is that's still going to be a single mother. You know why? Because she's still single and she's single now and she's a goddamn mother. That's why I said now if the nigga's dead, it is literally the same fucking thing.
Okay. So you want me to explain why it's different?
How? I'm like, bro, it does. Shut the fuck up, King. Goddamn, my nigga has some control. Stop interrupting.
If you unmute one more time, I will drop your ass on your head.
Goddamn.
Sit in the fucking chat and look up like the little midget your ass is.
I love that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I
Hush.
ain't got time. Pat, go ahead. So
The reason
I'm
why
gonna drop
it's
real quick.
different is one of the biggest drawbacks to dealing with a single mother is having to deal with that father, right? Who's maybe in the picture.
Ain't nothing wrong with
maybe
that.
He's not, but I mean, there is a lot wrong with
there's
that.
not nothing wrong with that.
You have to deal with that man for the next 18 years, and that can be that he can make that easy or he can make that really hard for
And
you.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
And that's a big. I'm telling you, that's the biggest drawback of it. And most of the time, the baby mama isn't cool with the baby father, so you're dealing with all types of hurdles just to be in a relationship with this woman. So any man with any self-respect doesn't want to deal with any of that.
Have you dated any woman with kids?
Never would I ever do that.
Oh, so you never been in a situation where you
I would
dating?
never even
So
think
somehow. Y'all know how I'm born in a two-parent. Y'all know
I
how I
got too
was.
much respect for
Oh wait,
myself.
time out. If I told you I had a stepdad, would you believe me? Even though I've said this before, would you believe?
I'm sure you did.
Okay, so with that being, so I was born in a two-parent household, right? Mom and dad didn't make it, but I never went without with a father because at the same time that was broken up, I was raised with my stepdad and my dad. You know, my stepdad and my dad got along, right?
You said what?
You know, my stepdad and my dad actually got along, right? There was no beef, no back and forth, nothing like that.
Is that common, sir?
Yeah, it literally is. Yes, it is.
Can I say something?
Let's be honest. A stepdad and a dad.
Yeah, it was literally common, nigga. What the fuck are you talking about? Yes,
I'm happy for you, sir.
yes, my nigga. What the fuck are you
Can I
talking
say
about?
something?
Unfortunately, that's not the common
That literally is.
situation.
I've dated a woman with kids, fam. I've dated a woman with kids. It's literally it's nothing. It's nothing.
Did you marry that woman?
I wanted to. When I actually I wanted to see where it would go, but she didn't want.
Because you're respectable.
No, Pat. Listen, I wanted to see where that relationship go, but the motherfucking woman didn't want me, nigga. I can't win them all.
You're with a woman that doesn't have kids. You're a respectable man, bro. There's a reason why.
I was still a respectable. I was. Hold on, Zay. I was still a respectable man by trying to be with that. I didn't give a fuck about her child. Her having a child don't goddamn take away from her beauty. It don't take away from who she is. Like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, there's more to her than just her fucking baby. So what's wrong with? There's nothing wrong with. I'm still a respectful man. The fuck are we talking about? There's not back. It's not baggage, nigga. Well, I got the back to carry her and that fucking child. Goddamn me. Fuck it. I want the baggage, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all niggas always talk about baggage. I'm built for it. You're not. I would have tried to make. I could take whatever the fuck I can take on because I'm a goddamn man. Point blank. But that's not baggage. How is the fucking how is a child baggage?
It's 100. A child that's not yours is 100% baggage,
bro. It's still a child. How is it baggage? Referring to a child being baggage is crazy work. How is a child baggage?
A child that is not yours, right? That is baggage.
Okay? And the
reason why it's baggage
is not
because.
Go ahead.
Because at the end of the day, you're not raising your own blood, right? And because of that, that child will never truly see you as a father.
So I saw my stepdad as dad. I called my stepdad plenty of times. No disrespect to my real dad. I call my stepdad dad. What the fuck? And I call my dad dad. Nigga, yes, nigga. I did not just say that.
And so do I, Pat.
Didn't I just say that, Pat?
And so do I.
I called my stepdad dad before, and I called my goddamn. And it's no disrespect to my father, but like I respected my stepdad. What the fuck? My stepdad stayed with my sick mom and died when I was 16. He stayed faithful and true all the way, and she had type 2 diabetes. She went blind in one eye. The last time I saw her was on a hospital bed, and they said if she can't live without a breathing machine, there's nothing else we can do. The next morning, my stepdad came in my room and told me, "Hey man, your mom didn't make it." You know who fucking raised me? My dad and my stepdad. You know who I still go to Mississippi with to spend time with? My goddamn stepdad, because that's my goddamn family. A child will see the importance of that man being there. Now, you don't have to be a stepdad. I'm not saying that. But baggage, he never considered me baggage because the motherfucker a real nigga, he a real man. And shit, he's so in love with my goddamn mom, he can't fucking move on because he keep trying to compare the damn woman to my mom. But nigga, you gotta let that go. Kenny, I love you. You gotta let that go though. But on some real shit, I still talk to him to this day. Like we spend time together. He invited me to his birthday. Like, bro, it's dad, nigga, goddamn me, big DAD. God damn it. Ain't nothing wrong with being a stepdad. If you're not built for it, you don't have to do it. But to consider a child baggage, just say you're not built for it. If you want a woman that don't have kids, go for that. But should we be talking bad about single mothers?
The thing is, no one's disputing that man may be a great man.
But what makes it but you said a respectable man.
At the end of the day, you only have one father.
You said a respectable. No, I had two.
Biological father.
Jesus had two. Jesus had two fathers. Jesus had lived.
So you can.
Got you. Jesus had two. Jesus had two dads. Got you. Jesus had two dads. So with that being said, no, I had two dads. I literally had two dads. Why does my stepdad not get credit for raising me? That's dumb. He gets credit for raising me too.
There are plenty of men in my life that helped raise me, but they're not. I don't consider them my father. I have one father.
Were you raised in a two-parent household?
I was raised in a two-parent household. I have one father.
Would you say my situation? Would you say okay? Now my last question. Would you say that I wasn't?
It's confusion.
No, Pat. Confusion. Would you say that I was? How the fuck am I in a state of confusion? I know my real dad. I mean, I know that I have a biological father, and I know that I also had a dad that was there.
Sir.
How is that confusion?
You have a stepdad and you have a biological dad. Okay.
What's confusing?
Making it two dads.
You're not
making it two dads, nigga.
Slow. What is confusing about that?
At the end of the day, you still have one biological father. You have a man that
got you. I got you.
In that.
Got you. But I still had two dads.
That man he's not your father.
So that's not confusion. That's not confusion though, bro. Stepdads are not anything new. This shit been going on since the freaking a little bit after the Garden of Eden. What the heck are we talking about? Stepdads have always been a thing, and the child will respect that man for raising and always come back and say thank you. Well, not always, because a lot of these children are trash. But like in majority of cases.
before you unalive more brain cells, just take a second to breathe. Other people on the panel want to speak. I just want to say to Janet, no, I don't give a fuck. I said be quiet.
Hey, gotcha. I'm Jazz. You got it. You take care. I'll be right back. I gotta talk.
Well,
to
I wanted to say that this boils down to men and their insecurities, right? We're hearing this right now.
Paula, I see you. I see you. I see you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to it. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How's everybody?
Pretty good. What about yourself? Oh, you said you're pretty well. I'm tripping.
That's okay.
What's going on? I got my co-host handling TikTok right now, so we're good.
I just want to. That's good. I just thought I'd comment on the issues. Like, it's really crazy, but like, just my experience. I'll give that. Like, okay, I tried to talk to a guy before, and then we don't even get anywhere. Like, instantly, he's like, "You probably just want to use me for my army benefits." And then I started to think, like, so you tell us not to be gold diggers, but you're already leading with the gold. And I'm just thinking in my mind, so I started to check him. So I'm like, I have a house. You don't have a house. My car is paid. You have a raggedy car. It's not even paid. And you're not stable. I mean, you're in the army, but you're living off the government benefits, which is like, you're not stable. So I'm asking him, like, how does that make sense that I want to use you because you don't have anything? And they get very aggressive, like defensive, when you call out the double standards. Like, I tried to talk to another guy, and like we went out. He wanted to take me out. I thought he was normal, but you really can't tell. And then he was like, when we got there, he was like, "Oh, you probably just want to be here to get the meal." And then I was like, if you want me to pay for both our meals, I can. I mean, I can afford both of them. I didn't know you were struggling to afford this meal. You asked me out. So he was really triggered. Like, he instantly was like, "Oh no, no," and got all weird acting. So I'm like, this is just so weird. It just seems like every time when you meet a guy, especially black men, it's always like some kind of craziness. Like, okay, let's say it's not about the money. Okay, I'll try to figure out from them, like, what is it that you want a woman in your life for? They can never give you an answer. It's usually always cooking and cleaning. So I'm like, okay, so we're not in 1803. Like, there's got to be something else you'll want from a woman. Like, our mothers were working, our grandmothers were working. We've been working. This is not new to work. And usually, when they're saying that, they're not financially stable. So it's like, if I don't work, how are we supposed to afford anything? And then I asked a guy one time, I said, okay, so do you care about the woman's work, like her contributing to the home? Because we already know y'all don't have anything. So if I get with you and I'm stable, I'm bringing elevation to your life. Like, this will help you to grow because you're struggling. And he was like, no, us men, we only care about looks. So I'm like, you only care about looks. You're not financially stable. So how do you think you're gonna pull an attractive woman, great personality, everything is just wonderful, and you don't have any money? Like, I'm not understanding. I never understand anything these men are saying. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because it's not supposed to be like that. So this is what it's supposed to be like. It's supposed to be like, you're going to get compliments, but it's supposed to look like the guy showing you what he has to offer. Like, what does this life look like? What does this marriage look like? What does this great life I'm about to get look like? And it usually doesn't look like that. It's usually them, like, trying to downplay everything about you so that you'll be tricked into some kind of situation with them. Just my opinion. Like, it's never adding up, and it's starting to get weird, to be honest. It's like, you want to date them. Like, even I'm not the one that's like, talking about your raggedy car or anything. You know, we're giving it a chance. We're trying to hear you out, trying to see where this could go. And they're the ones insecure. They're the ones already knowing what time it is. But it's like their strategy is like get you to like not see it as what it really is. And then if you don't go along with the foolishness, they will get aggressive, they will get violent. I mean, you can get stalked. Like, you can't give out your regular number because if you reject them, which is likely going to happen because they literally don't have anything to offer, then you're going to get stalked. Like, I've had guys constantly message my phone like every 2 minutes. You stupid bee, da 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 da, all this stuff. And I'm just thinking, why am all of these things if you don't like me? You're not interested. What is all of this energy? I mean, you can get relentlessly stalked. It's happened to me so many times. It's a pattern. It's a pattern. And I know they say, okay, choose the better man. Well, where
There is
where
no
where
there
is
is
the
no such
better?
thing as a better
Like
man. There is no such
where
thing as
where
a better man.
where are they at? Because every little thing is a problem for them. If you have and then the jobs we have, okay, they're mad about what type of money we have. Literally, we're not millionaires. Literally, clear normal salaries. We have normal things. Like the women that I know, the friends I have that are single moms, they have more than these men who don't have any kids. It's
Mm.
not adding up. They have more than men who are living with their mom, even. They even have more than drug dealers, literally. It's like nothing ever adds up. I'm not understanding. I'm just not understanding it. And it's almost like you have to follow God. That's the reality. You have to let God pair you up with your partner, because if you listen to them and you open your legs and you sit up here and do that, you're going to get played 100% of the time, because they already don't like the fact just that you're normal, stable. So that's going to trigger them. They're going to be on the angle to use you. If you do that so many times, you're putting yourself at risk. STDs are real. Getting pregnant is real. If you get pregnant by a dusty dude, he's going to leave. Like, for sure, he's going to leave. And then you're going to be in a way worse position. And not only that, they love doing that. They love to trap you up. Like, they'll say, "Oh, these women are trying to trap me up." And I'm like, "You don't got nothing to trap." Like, ain't nobody trying to trap you up. Like, that's why they tell on themselves. Okay, the statistics show that abortion rates are high. Well, you're telling on yourself then. They don't want to be trapped with you. Why don't they want to be trapped with you? Because if you're saying that they want to use the basketball players and all of that, okay, they want to get trapped, but they don't want to get trapped with you. That's the thing. Women are not stupid, you know, in my opinion. And it's just getting too crazy out here. Like they've been trying to make women look crazy for so many years. It's been going on for a long time. The double talk's been going on for a long time. And women need to keep their standards right where they're at. They need to raise them, to be honest. Raise them as high as you can and just hold out. Like, if you're single and lonely feeling, don't give into that loneliness, because all that's going to happen, you put yourself in danger, you put yourself at risk. Don't follow any of these manosphere rules, because they're all to get you trapped up. Literally. It's not going to work. It's better to be single than for you to put yourself in these unwanted, disadvantageous situations, to be honest. And another thing is too, like, I'm not just making this up. Like, when I'm out and I'm very friendly. When I'm out and about, I'll meet a lot of women. They always have something going on for themselves. Like, even if they're doing hair, they're never just doing hair. They're usually running a business doing the hair. Like, they always have goals. Maybe they're in school, something. Every time you meet a guy, it's like, okay, what do you do? Oh, I work at the factory. All right. Oh, yeah, I was thinking about, it's always what they're thinking about. It's never like nothing, you never meet like 10 black men in a row that have so much going for them. We don't have a choice of who to choose from. It's not like you're choosing from all these great options. It's more like, here we go again. Let me see what's out here because I already know what time it is. And I'm not just making this up. Like, I meet women all the time. They always have something going on for themselves, literally. And they'll be downing themselves. They'll be thinking like, oh, I'm just doing this. I'm like, you're just doing that. You're doing a lot. And it's almost like the roles have reversed so bad. And we don't want to court men, but they definitely want to be courted. That's another thing too that's very common. If they see that you have your stuff together, trust me, they will. Actually, they have a term for some of them, which is hobosexual. That's just code for they don't have anything. They
Homosexual.
will try to play the wifey role. They will.
Mhm.
And they know you have something. So they're sitting up here. This is what they'll say too. Um, I don't want to marry because if I get into a divorce, he'll take half. But from what I'm seeing, the woman is going to be the one giving up the half because they don't have anything. I mean, just clearing 30, 40, 50, 60K on a job is not enough to be thinking about I'm losing half because first of all, we're dealing with income. When you have income, by definition, that's money that hasn't come in yet. It does not exist. At any moment, if that job goes away, so does that so-called income. And most people, if they lose, let's say 100K job, it's going to be hard for them to get that 100K again. And also, most people, when they make salaries like that, because they're not used to having money, they go and waste it all. They waste it all. I never meet guys who have a house. Never, never. It's very, very, very rare, and they
Do
have
they at least
every
have an
excuse
apartment?
why.
Do they at least have an apartment?
Some have an apartment, but not all of them. To be honest with you, not
Oh
not
man, that's
really,
crazy.
because they can be living with mom. They could be now if they do have an apartment. It's common for them to have roommates, which to me is childish. It's childish. Like, why do you have this roommate? I can understand when you're young, but once you're creeping on 40, 50, it's not adding up. An apartment, it's like, okay, it's nothing wrong with an apartment when you're young, but we're talking about people that you're 50, 60. It's time for you to have a house. What's going on? Because you can't do the apartment living forever. It's wasteful. Like, how you gonna get stable? How you gonna have assets? But like, what I noticed too is common. A lot of men, they're not stable because if you ask them, this is another thing. How long have they been living in that apartment? You'll notice they haven't been living there long because they hop around. They hop from city to city, state to state, even looking and grasping for some type of stability. They have every excuse why they're doing this. I notice that's associated with a man who's not grounded, and there's other deeper issues going on there. It's not just, oh, I'm not stable. There's other things going on because when I meet women, they'll have lived in their house or their apartment for the past 6 years. They're stable. They're not jumping around because if you're not okay, if you're not in the same apartment for a lot of years, you have to think to yourself like they don't have a solid job either because you're moving around, you're not keeping the same job. Why aren't you keeping the same job? Or why don't you hear men say, I started in this position, now I'm the top VP or something like that? Why that's another thing you have to ask them. Like, how long have you been on that job? Why are you job hopping? Like something is not adding up out here. And I started to learn that after a while because I used to think like, well, dang, okay, I'm listening to the foolishness. Okay, as women, you'll play into it sometimes because you really don't know what's up. You'll play into
Mhm.
it like, all right. But then after a while, you start to realize it's not adding up, because if I change all these things about me, it's like we're both gonna be cooked because you already are not stable. They're calling us being successful independent boss. You don't need a man, but it's like we can't afford not to be stable. That's the reality, and it doesn't make sense. All grown adults have to be stable. That's just duh. It's common sense. Why would I not be stable? Because if I'm not stable, they're not gonna like me, because what make me who I am, my personality, what make me have that swag that they like, all of that, that comes from being stable, having money to invest and taking care of yourself, having the money to enjoy life, being happy. If I'm homeless, it's not gonna be the same woman. I don't get how the reverse side makes any sense. And if you do wind up downplaying yourself, if you live with your mom, they'll talk about you, like they don't like that, but then they don't like the reverse side, which is you being successful. Like it's pretty much at the point where women need to stop listening to the foolishness. They need to just stay focused, keep your goals, keep life going how it is. We're not promised tomorrow, so if you spend all your time worrying about some man that don't even want you really, you're gonna miss out on life. And even women have a purpose. Men have a purpose. Women have a purpose that's specific to you. God may have had something he called you to do, and then you're not even trying to do it because you're too busy downplaying yourself. You don't know how God could use you. And I even talked to a man about that. Like, why are you trying to tell me that I'm doing too much by being successful when you don't know what God called me to do? God could have been using me to start a business, to provide jobs in the community. Who knows? I'm providing services to the community. Like something is not adding up. I mean, actually it is adding up because we see it's foolishness. But nothing these men are saying make any type of sense. It's not the women, because I meet so many women, they're literally very beautiful. Okay, nobody is perfect, but I don't see anything so wrong with them that it has to be all of this nonsense. Even when you watch the little pop the balloon shows, you have to be smart. We're adults. The reason why women are on the extreme and they're saying all these weird things like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, is because the reason why women are doing that is because it's really just the result of what has happened over time. Like when you don't get poured into for year after year, when you never get told anything positive about yourself, you never get told what's good about you as a woman, what would be good about you as a wife, the default is to lash out, like, or now I'm gonna charge men to get my phone number. Now I'm gonna just go after men with the money. And when you see all that extreme behavior, it's because they don't know what else to do. They're trying to create any protection mechanism possible because they've tried the other side. They've tried to be everything the man wants. They've tried to acquiesce to their needs. They've tried to do all these things. Women will then start to implement strategies like, I don't want to get hurt, so let me just go after this type of man. Sometimes they don't even really care about the height, but sometimes they just think they do because in their minds they're like, well, maybe it didn't work out before because I wasn't with my type. Maybe that's it. Or maybe this is it. Or maybe that's it. And they'll just go on all these ways. But the reality is, if you meet a man and he's a good man, all that stuff that's going on with you doesn't matter. He should have enough about him to bring you up. If he likes you, if he's interested, he likes you, he sees value in you, he sees potential in you. None of that little petty stuff should matter. He should be like, you know what? It's okay that you're not perfect in this area. Let me show you the way. Let me help you. Let me change your life in this aspect. But they never do that. It's always nitpicking, complaining. They do the same thing. If women are petty about height and different things, so called, men are just as petty. And also with the race thing, oh yes, okay, because I have friends that are black, but they just have a lighter tone skin, and they tell me that men will want to talk to them just because they're light toned. They will even think they're another race.
Yeah.
And they'll tell them that, like, I want to talk to you because you're light toned. So they're telling on themselves. And then it creates an awkward scene for them because they're like, oh, wait a minute. Because usually, not usually, but a lot of times, if a woman or any person is lighter toned, their family might not be that tone. So they're looking at it like, dang, my family's black. What are you talking about? I'm concerned that you're saying this. But that's a real thing. They will say that. They'll even tell me that men will tell them they don't like black women because they'll assume they're not black. And that's weird. That's another weird thing going on. They don't like their own women. So that's very weird. And you can't win either way you look at it because they dislike so many things about their women. That's why I'm saying, like, trying to change yourself is pointless because there's nothing that wrong with women that a guy can't just plan a date that is romantic. Like, you want a woman to like you, she's not going to like you. You didn't give her anything to like. No one's going to like you when they just met you on the street. How about try some romance? Show up with some flowers. Literally, you can get flowers at the
They
supermarket
don't know
for
how to do.
$5
They don't know nothing about that.
at this point.
The men don't know nothing about that.
Just like
All they trying
write
to
her a love
they
note or
just try to get to the
something.
box. All they want to do is get to the box. They don't want to do no foreplay. They don't want to take you on a date. They even said they don't even like spending money on women no more. That's the generation of men we dealing with. They don't want to spend
Yeah,
money on women
yeah,
no more.
they don't want to spend any money. It's like you don't need that much money to plan a date. I mean, like I said, when you see women talking about, okay, I want the $200 date, like I'm telling you, that's just a result of the craziness. That's the extreme they're resulting to because they don't know what else to do. They're like, well, maybe I just need to get a man who does all of this so I can ensure I'm going to get something out of this. That's just how they're defaulting because they don't know what else to do. We're not getting anything out of these interactions. It's a waste of time. Like, you could go on a date, but like you said, their whole angle is sex straight off the bat. They've already picked up on, if I do the date, all I have to do is tell 100 lies. And then after I tell the 100 lies, then she'll probably want to lay down with me. And then I can just ghost her and move on. That's very common. They have to lie to get the sex, anyways, which
Mm-hmm.
is already predatorial behavior. Guys who have the swag, they don't have to do all that. It's not that deep. There's plenty of women who or willfully want to be with you in that way, but they have to lie. And it's not just that. Men, a lot of men think that women are emotional because they've told themselves this lie. They think that once they have the sex, that'll cause the woman to be all over him and all crazy about him so that he can start implementing the next level of games and she'll just keep dealing with him. Once he has her submissive and confused, he can then try to be with her because he'll want to dominate anyways. A lot of the men, they don't want to just be confident in themselves. They want to have an advantage over the woman. So they'll do anything they can to break her down. So it's really frustrating because going out on the date when you don't know the intentions of the man, it's a waste of time. You don't even get to the point where you can pour into the man or reciprocate the romance or get to know him because you can pick up right away when there's an agenda going on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just really sad. That's why I don't think women should not go after their goals, not go after their education. I don't think women should downplay themselves at all. I think it's a great thing that women received rights because women have a lot to offer to society, as do men. And women are beautiful creatures, way more than just cooking, is not just a woman's thing. Like, the man, if he's gonna go hunt the food, from down south, it's common for the men to go hunt the food, come back, they clean up the meat. If it has bones, get the bones out, all of that. Like, it's common for the men to be helping in the kitchen as well. Like, it's not just a woman are cooking. Like, it's weird. And cleaning, everybody's cleaning. That's all. Everyone cleans. And I'm not incentivized by that. Like, there's no man that I feel like is great enough to where if he come up on me and say, "Oh, it's all I need you to do is clean my dirty drawers, and when I come home, it's gonna be a meal." Like, I don't want to do that, brother. I'm not trying to clean after you, to be honest with you. Um, a lot of women I know are stable enough; they can get a maid. Honestly, they already have one. Like, they don't gotta cook. We got chefs over here. You think it's impossible, but it's not. It don't cost that much. You thinking of like celebrity chefs? Nah, just to get a regular maid. You can go on Zillow, get a regular maid. I'm not Zillow. Well, you know what I'm talking about. That little service, Angie's
Yeah,
List.
you
You
can find all kind of
it
maid
don't.
service.
You find all kind of maid service. It don't cost that much. Like, you don't need a woman for that. It's just strange to me. Like, I'm not understanding it. And unfortunately, there's so many women who have decided to betray her own sisters. They get on these manosphere podcasts. They play into it. They know deep down it's not true what they're saying. They know it's wrong. But I don't know if these women are getting paid off or what's going on. But it's not the natural way. Every woman has a certain natural way, and we all want the same things. um so I'm not understanding it. And your channel, to be honest, it's pretty much one of the few channels that even talk about any of these type of issues, because it's looked down upon. It's looked as that you're pandering or whatnot. I don't even know. That's a new term. That's like on the level of calling someone a tether or whatnot. That's some kind of new age derogatory term. It's weird, but it's the truth. We all know that if a woman divorces a man, and if she had a good situation, that's not going to happen. A woman is not going to leave money, leave stability, leave a fine handsome man, and just
Hmm.
leave for no reason. That's never going
Hmm.
to happen. There's just like when police investigate something, there has to be a motive. So there has to be a motive to why women are divorcing, and they're telling on themselves because they're saying that women are the ones initiating these divorces. So you're telling on yourself. And what is the motive behind that? And we all know that it's abuse. Abuse is very high in these marriages. Cheating, disrespect. It's usually something like that. There is no woman that I ever met who just came up to me and was like, "Hey girl, I'm about to leave Charles." "Yeah, girl, I know he got 200K salary, girl. Yeah, I know we in a mansion, girl. Yeah, I know, but I'm leaving. I'm gonna leave anyways, cause Bob is cuter." No, that never ever happens. If the woman is cheating, not saying all the time, but psychology wise, she's cheating because she's not getting love at home, or she could have had some type of childhood trauma that she's just not okay in that area. Something else is going on. It's not common for a woman to just leave stability or to mess up her home like that. Women are very loyal. As a matter of fact, women are too loyal. They'll be loyal to a scrub that has nothing, and let them in her home and all type of stuff. So it's something, some kind of spirit, I don't know, some kind of wicked spirit has taken over this generation. It's really sad. Dating is really difficult. I don't want to say impossible, because God can always match you with the one. You were able to do it. You
Hmm.
were able to find a
Amen.
beautiful wife, make a
Hmm.
beautiful family. So I just hope women will stay strong. Like, don't give up, because God really can have a partner for you. But if you see the signs of the times, it's really pointing to revelations anyway, because God told you what was going to happen. And you got to be on the narrow path regardless. There's not that many good people out here that they're good people and they want to believe in God. It's always going to be a narrow path regardless.
Hmm.
And you don't want an ungodly man, because An ungodly man does not have morals. Like his morals are made up to whatever he made it up to be. So he'll change the bar. You want a godly man regardless. It's better to wait for that so you can get with someone that has some common sense, who's going to treat you the way that Christ treats the church. That's how the Bible says the man is supposed to treat you. And I saw a comment when I was in your chat before. I forget who it was, but um, they were saying something about when they spoke to a man about the topic of divorce. And just to confirm with that comment, absolutely, the Bible allows for other reasons for divorce other than cheating, because it says in there when you violate certain laws regarding that, when you're not treating that woman how Christ would treat the church, there's absolutely a grounds for divorce. Of course, God hates divorce and doesn't want you just out here switching partners for no reason. But we have to use our logical sense. There's no way that we're to believe God wants you to stay in an abusive relationship. God just wants you to be cheated on and dealing with some nonsense. Like that doesn't even make sense. And a lot of the things that's in the Bible had a certain precept to it. Like you can't take it out of context on top of that. And like if God didn't want something to be, it wouldn't happen. There's so many people who will tell you they got divorced, they got remarried, and God blessed their new marriage. They knew God was in it. Pastors are even getting remarried. Like it's not that deep, because think about it. You mean to tell me I name this person who's on YouTube, because I don't want to do that. But there's a particular YouTube pastor that got to me because this dude is old. He's old, crouching up on 50. He was never married. He never could make it work. Now he wants us to believe that the whole time he was just sitting up there single, and we know that's not true. Like you were sitting up there freaking off with somebody. That's number one. But he all of a sudden recently within the last couple years found a wife, and he preaches on the fact that women are not allowed to remarry. All these divorces, even for abuse and all this stuff, is not allowable. Like you can do it if you need to, but you need to stay single the rest of your life. So it got me thinking. So you can be out here freaking off the whole time, doing what you want to do, and then once you get married, everything is erased. It's all good. God is blessing that. You all good. Everything's good. But if a woman who more than likely got a divorce due to abuse, cheating, or something weird, if she divorces, oh, now she has to be single her whole life. She doesn't, because they can only remarry, so-called, when the man dies. That's what they're promoting. So you can do all these freak offs, but the woman can't have any grace. We're supposed to believe there's no grace. And I started to pick up even on that one there, because it's like everyone wants to have an ego. God show you grace, but not me. That's illogical, and that's not using common sense. Like God has grace for everybody in every situation. God knew what was going to happen in these times, because this is a repeat of what was already happening pre-flood anyways. They was already doing the same stuff. And he knew it was going to get to this point again. He knew divorce was going to be a thing. He's not stupid. And there's plenty of people remarrying. Like, no. And there is a partner for everybody. It's just a matter of cutting off the negative things that's on the internet, reframing your mindset, focusing on yourself, because you want to be the best you anyways, so you can attract a partner that matches that. You don't want to attract a partner when you're in your low state, because that's not the real you. That's just the you at that moment. But get yourself in a better state. You'll see. You'll start attracting better partners. I see the comments. Yes, you can date outside the race. Go ahead, date any race. There is no law saying that you can't date outside the race. That's
If y'all see me throwing up
date
a
who
heart,
you
I'm
want.
not. If y'all see me throwing up my hands, I'm not throwing up gang signs. I'm hearting the people on TikTok, because I'm handling two platforms at the same time right now.
But I have a question for you, Shannon. Where do you think all of this craziness came from? Like, do you think it was some type of
I think it's
government
always
agent that?
no. I
Hmm.
think it's always existed. Um, I think uh, I think this type of rhetoric coming out of men's mouth has always been there. They just didn't voice it, and I think Kevin Samuels and a few other men gave them the door to come out and start saying a whole bunch of ridiculous nonsense, um, where they can mix in some truth and majority lies. So I think men have always felt that way. I don't think this is not nothing new. I mean, locker room talk has always been a thing. Barbershop talk has always been a thing. This ain't nothing new. It's just on the internet.
Because they'll say that the times are getting worse, but you think this is the same times that it's always been.
No, I think things are getting worse, but like I'm not going to compare
Hmm.
like rhetoric that people are pushing online to like. I mean, I think the signs of the time shows you that things are getting worse because we're looking at the youth and we're looking at certain signs or what we may perceive to be certain signs. I do think the earth is crying out for its Lord. But on a general scale, if we're just talking about the men and women, I think that there has always been, especially in our community, a divide between men and women. Uh, People just are more bold or emboldened to speak on the internet about their issues and gain a following and become sellouts. That's I mean, I don't think it's anything new. I think it's always been there. I don't think it's better or worse when it comes to the rhetoric.
Yeah, that manosphere stuff. The whole thing with that is we got to be smart about it. The whole reason why that's created is you've already touched on this so many times, but it's obviously to trick women into going backwards, literally. If they can get you to believe that there's something wrong with how society has advanced for women, then they can get us to lower our standards and get us back to where they want us to be, because instead of them coming up and meeting the new age
Mhm.
standards, they have to get us to lower our standards so they can get us back to the old days. Because a lot of men, they give me the vibes that they're big mad that women have rights. They don't like that. They're the old days, which really, what days are they talking about? Because women have always been working, so that's weird. But whatever
Mhm.
they perceive as the old days, wherever the dominance was, whenever the laws didn't allow women to have their own bank account, all of that, they want to go back to that. They really do. They don't
Mhm.
like that we have the freedom to leave when we feel
Yeah, they
like
don't,
it.
they don't they don't like that y'all got any rights.
And it's very scary. It's very scary because it's like the whole reason why we had to fight for rights was because the men were becoming abusive to the point of even unaliving women. That's how far it was going. So and then that doesn't even make sense, because it's like, so in history you wanted to unalive us. Now it's almost like you're desperate for us. It's like, which is it? Do you want us or not? And how you know that men are the ones that are obsessed about women is because all in the rap songs, all they talk about is women. The movies are, they'll be centered around women. You go to the club, they're going to the club for women. Like everything they do seems to be an obsession with women on one hand. And then on the
Mhm.
other hand, they don't like women. So it's like, nah,
They
come
don't
on
they
now.
don't
Like
like
you,
women. They don't like women as human beings. They like them for intercourse.
yep, intercourse, objectifying them, but they definitely like women. Like they think we're stupid. Like if we just get rid of all the women, they want us, because Kevin Samuel started that foolishness. He started that whole thing. Well, what would you do without men? Because we doing all this stuff, and it's like, so you mean to tell me, my boy, if you take away all the women, these men are just gonna be happy? They're just gonna love it here. Like, okay, we don't have any women. Great. Like, that doesn't even make any sense. As a matter of fact, if you think about biology or even just science in general, we know, or if you don't know, if you ever looked up fun facts or you watch Discovery, they'll tell you that, for instance, if you take away all the ants off the earth, everybody will die. Like, everything in our environment is crucial for our existence. That's the same way that if you were to take away all the women, there would be no earth just existing. We are all one. Like, we are all meant to be here together. The animals, the plants, the sky, all of it. It was created for us to be here together. And you can't just take one aspect away. That's someone with a low IQ, which will be Kevin Samuels, who will talk about, what if we didn't have women? Like, that doesn't even make any sense, fool. That's like saying, what if we didn't have trees? We
Mm-hmm.
can't survive without any element here. And God is not foolish. God is in control of all of this. He knew all of this foolishness was going to go down. That's the reason why he rose up women. He had to rise up women because women are not safe anyways. So he had to start rising up women to come into different types of things, running businesses, being successful in all type of ways, because it's the likely result. Even down to the churches, I know people have their opinion about should women run the church, this and that, but if you see more women leaders in the church, it's only a result of women having to be um risen up, because there's so many things out of balance, out of order, that women are having to take on all these roles. And men are not stupid, ladies. Like, men like it when we take on all these roles. They'll downplay it just to keep their so-called dominance, but they like it when we're out here running stuff, because that means they can sit around and do nothing. They like it. And they've had plenty of evidence in history where full countries have had major issues when they had wars and different things that took out a lot of women. It's very hard to survive in society without women, because we play a lot of roles. Even if you bring it down to childcare, that's a major role. It's a woman who would be likely to start a childcare business, anyways, stuff like that. And women are very valuable, extremely valuable. Men are valuable too, but women are not to be downplayed to just cooking and cleaning. That's very low vibrational, and it's not, it's unintelligent. Like, the ant has such a purpose that if it didn't exist, we wouldn't be here. So that lets you know their purpose is way more valuable than just crawling on the ground. That would be like if you said, oh, you only good for crawling on the ground. No, fool. If you don't have the ant, you don't have you. Everybody has an importance that's way bigger than what you see. And a lot of women are starting to downplay themselves and just take on these men. Okay, I'll just clean. I'll just cook. I'll just give in. And it's like, don't do that, because you're only making things worse, not only for yourself, but for everybody. Don't sell out like that. You don't need that man that bad to sell out. Require something of these men. Don't let them have you in that kitchen like that, because you're going to get tired of that mess. Ain't nobody trying to cook every single day. It's too much. Society is fast paced. When the women were more in the kitchen, so called, that's when society was slow paced. I mean, we had time to be doing all of that. It's fast paced now. We got things to do. We ain't got time for that. We gotta get to our appointments, get to different things. Like, it's just crazy. It's getting crazy. But I do like your channel. So I do want to encourage your channel. I'm gonna pray over your channel too. I hope it gets very successful. And I'm gonna pray over your marriage. Because I already know the YouTube demons are out here wishing on your downfall. And I'm
Yes, ma'am.
praying for my women out here too. So I
Thank
love
you.
y'all. I love the channel. I'm not gonna keep going on, because hopefully
No,
someone
you
else will
good.
come on and give some thoughts. But that's just my experience that I'm seeing out here, Shannon. Like,
Mhm.
I don't think women are crazy, because Every time I talk to a woman, she have literally the same story, and you don't even be knowing her from nowhere. You meet random women, they all have the same exact story about the men. So something is not right. It's something in the air. And it is getting worse, but it's just like it's all about looking within. That's the reality. Life is very valuable, it's very important. You only get one life. And God does not make any mistakes whatsoever. If you're able to experience this life, it's such a beautiful thing. It's never to be minimized to freaking being in some kitchen. That is so disgusting. Being in existence is serious because we all know that matter, which everything in this environment is created of matter. We're all made up of matter because we matter. And matter has atoms, which it can't be created nor destroyed. So once you're created, you can't be destroyed. It's very special. It's very serious to be created. You're never going to be destroyed. Do you think that when you leave this earth, God is going to have you in heaven in the kitchen? Literally. Like, God is not worried about that foolish stuff. He has a purpose way bigger for all of us. It's a reason why He created us to the point where once we're created, we can't be destroyed. So women need to start thinking about that before they start trying to downplay themselves. All humans are great because we're the most great and intelligent being on the entire planet. There is no other being greater than the human. Yes, everything's important, but we're the most intelligent. We're the only humans, the only life forms on top of that that have the capacity to worship the way we do. So it's something in us that was designed to be connected with God. We're created for a real big purpose, way bigger than anything that can pop up in our minds. And that's the thing we need to start thinking about the next time we get lonely and we're thinking about lowering our standards and putting ourselves in a dangerous situation for no reason, because everything you do on earth is important. If it wasn't important, God would bypass the earth situation and we'd be straight to the afterlife. Instead, we're created on earth first, then we go to an afterlife. That lets you know there's something important about being here. There's something He wanted us to do, and there's something He wanted us to see. So don't take it for granted, your life. And don't let a man be the one to tell you what your importance is. The Bible tells you what your importance is. You're a child of God. The Bible tells you that. Don't let a man give you that value. But that's all. That's all I really gotta say. I want to start preaching because then they're gonna say I'm in the wrong role and I'm preaching.
No, but man, I thank you for your words of encouragement. I thank you for coming up, and I want to say thank you, and you enjoy the rest of your night, and thank you for the support.
The rest of your night too.
You too. Thank you. We might need to clip that. Put that whole conversation up. Let me see if I can get this right.
I think I'm so happy you said that because a little bit more background about my life. Okay, so I want all the women to actually speak on this. Ladies, have y'all ever dealt with pick me women?
I don't know what the heck I came back to. Goddamn live fucked up. let me hop back in this thing. My bad. Damn. I was doing good, man. It was an accident. My bad. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. I can take that L. I can take that L. Shit. That's on me. I gotta I gotta get that. I gotta get that back, bro. I got it. My bad, y'all. Shit, my bad, man. That was an accident, bro. My bad. God damn it. So I was coming back from YouTube, and my bad. I was coming back from YouTube, and I was trying to adjust the goddamn phone and accidentally ended the whole live. But I take that L. Y'all can blame me for that one. That was an accident. Hey, nigga hit that mug so goddamn fast, boy. Accident, boy. I was like, oh shit. My bad, y'all. I take that L, bro. My fault. That was my fault. I was coming back. Hey, that's what happened sometimes.
I was like, what happened?
That shit, my bad. That's on me. That's on me. I didn't get yeeted. I was coming back from YouTube after having a lady, a nice lady speak and everything. Yeah, hey, having all these conversations. I came back, touched my phone, and shut the whole goddamn thing down. Now I gotta get the damn co-host back up here. Get her ass back up here. Shit, I don't even remember I think I remember all the names. I know Six Figure was up here for a second. My bad, y'all. Shit, that's the wrong goddamn prompt. Nah, we gotta get it. I gotta get it jumping. Fuck. Fuck. I don't give a damn.
Did you know you was on sub only?
I was on who?
You on sub only.
Yeah, I had changed the thing to the sub only lives, but then wait, the whole live was sub only chat. Yeah.
No, right here.
Yeah.
The chat is on sub only.
Let me turn that off, y'all. I had turned that on for a second, but let me. My fault. There y'all go. Y'all gotta forgive me. I'm gonna turn it to an 8-panel thing again. We're gonna keep this thing running for a little bit. My bad.
Ass fingers off the screen next time.
Hey man, I was coming back from YouTube, man. That ass was trying to turn up the volume, and then nigga fingers kicked everybody off. Goddamn, my bad. I don't even know what the hell the panel had turned into. All I heard was what somebody said. All I heard was asking everybody a question. I said, "Damn, we didn't got way off goddamn topic. Like, what we doing?"
Talking about, you was talking about some pick-me's. I was like, "Oh Lord,
Nah.
what we about to get?"
That was me. I was asked to have y'all ever dealt with pick-me type of women, because those are the ones that be boosting up these men's heads with that type of rhetoric. Also,
well, I deal with them women all
the time in these spaces, all the time. They're the real heroes. They wear the capes. They're the real heroes.
I hate
they keep us. They get all the alphas riled up, and they.
Y'all tap the screen, shut a lot. What'd you say, ma'am?
I have a question.
To who? You have a question
to Camry.
Oh, no, I'm saying like you have a question to who? The panel or like me? Or
well, to the statement, Joran.
yeah.
As far as pick me, I just wanted to know. I guess would I be considered a pick me? If I said that baggage, could that be like, it's kind of like it is a red pill content, but is it baggage in the content of like picking bad men to procreate with?
No, sweetie. Pick me, to me, in my definition of pick me, is a woman who is quickly to actually be with a man who she knows is a terrible person and treat women like crap and expects him to actually change. And then it's also the fact that they will tear down or try to harm other women in the case of being with that man. And the reason I say this is because my mother was like that.
Okay.
He was like that, and then that caused me to resent her. But But the difference between me and all the other weird ass, I don't know if I can say nigga, but I'm gonna say with all the weird ass niggas that be jumping up here, especially people like Pete and all that stuff. The difference with them is I never blamed women for how me and my mom's relationship is. I blamed her because simple fact is you would choose a man even after multiple times he has showed you that he is not good for you. This man has harmed you. This man has caused you to have multiple miscarriages. And then he has rubbed in your face that he had a baby girl with another woman, even though you wanted a little girl your whole life. And he rubbed that in your face. And then he also used the fact that she was working overnight jobs. So me and my brother was in school, by the way, to pick at her that she was not doing this and that and the third, but you still decide to come at other women instead of approaching the man who caused you harm. She would give him more grace instead of she would give him more grace, but be willing to attack women, try to hit women with her cars, come to their house to mess up their stuff, but you're not approaching the man who harmed you.
Yeah, so acting like the man can do no wrong, basically.
Yeah, it'd be them type of people that boost up these men's head, and that's why these men be like, oh, there's other women saying this, and all you women are wrong, blah, 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 blah. That's why when Pete was saying this, that's why I was listening out going in on Pete. I seen it how it is. I'm like, okay, so if he is married, he has a pick-me wife who is telling him a bunch of bullcrap that real rational women do not deal with women like her because they know how her rhetoric is and know how dangerous she is to be around them.
Right, because as a wife, I would be embarrassed if my husband was sitting up here arguing with other women on TikTok and telling them about what their standards should or should not be and what they can and cannot expect. But to what you said, Cameron, too, like, I feel like about when you said about picking somebody who wasn't a good father, I feel like that is case by case because a lot of times you don't know how a person is going to be until after the fact. Now, if it's a situation where you already know this man got 2, 3 baby mamas, whatever, and he don't take care of them kids, and you still decide to have a kid thinking he'll be different for you, yeah, that's a choice. But if it's situations like, say, for example, my baby dad, my daughter's his only child, so I had known him for years, and we had our kids together, and I wouldn't have never expected him to be a bad father. But during my pregnancy and everything, like I was late in my pregnancy, he did cheat, so we broke up, and I didn't get back with him. And I didn't date at first for like a year and a half. My daughter was like a year and a half before I got my first boyfriend after my baby dad. And once that happened, he stopped being involved. Like he basically is the type of person now who, if I got a man, he ain't doing what he should do as a father. And that's something that I would have never known before having the kid, you know? So I feel like we can't always put the blame on women for picking wrong because people do change and people do show you different sides of themselves once they feel like they have you trapped in, locked in. And
I agree.
Yeah, and people will sell you dreams. I mean, they will really sell some dreams to get what he wants out of you, to get in them pants, whatever. And then just to switch up.
A pick me, in my opinion, is any woman who getting in my fucking way when I'm talking to a man. That's like when I'm talking to a man and you want to come up here and save a motherfucking man when I'm up here addressing him, get the fuck out of my way and let me address men like men supposed to. I can't stand this shit. It's always Captain Save me. I don't like that. I don't like the shit. These male identify, and it's cool. You don't agree with what I say. That's fine. I ain't ask you to agree with what I say. But like you trying to save a motherfucker when I'm trying to talk to them as man to man, they get on my goddamn nerves. Oh, well, not all black men, motherfucker. All black men, goddamn me, shit. I'm eyes be all. No, I'm just playing. But seriously, though, like for real, like get the fuck out. Even if this sounds patriarchal or misogynistic, get the fuck out my way, please, or any man's way that's trying to actually call out the dudes. That's all I'm saying. Like, stop being so goddamn male identity. If I clearly heard the nigga say something just because you didn't catch it, and even well, he's kind of right.
Yeah, the people who
now,
like the men can
if I cuss you out, then I'm wrong.
So,
can I say something real quick? Oh, go ahead.
yes, you can, sweetie.
Yeah. It's funny because I was gonna come up. I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna come up here and say the exact thing. I don't know if you're gonna drop me, but I do have a problem when people say "oh," because it becomes disingenuous. Then, like, even a test taking strategy, if it's a true or false answer, when you have "all," it's most 99% of the time it's gonna be false. Like all people like Kool-Aid, all people like chicken. It's gonna be false.
Yeah, I be fucking with them. I be fucking with them.
Yeah, I be fucking. Then it might as well be all.
I fuck with them with that prompt right there. I be fucking with them because like they want to get up here and be like they are saying black. When you say black women, that's a general statement. In order for it to be all, you have to put all black women. I get it, but in your heart, I know you mean all, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you mean all, bitch ass nigga. That's what you trying to imply. So fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and put all black men trash. I'm gonna throw me under the bus and all my sperm cells under the bus, nigga. All the potentials of life, we all trash, nigga. From birth to wearing t-shirts, nigga. That's what I say. But I be like I can't get up here and really be like all black men. But shit, might as well.
I don't be wanting to.
Hold on a second, pretty. Even if it's not all, why do you? And I'm not picking on you, but I'm just saying generally speaking, right? Why would you feel the need to cape for any of the niggas? You see what I'm saying? Like, I feel like this. It's not a woman's position. First of all, stop caping for a group of men that wouldn't spit on you if you was on fire.
Never.
They will let you be beat down to the ground in broad daylight before they come and rescue you. Okay? So stop caping for these men.
Who told you that? Who told you that?
Wait, time out. It's too many voices talking.
Hold on.
It's too many voices talking. Too many voices.
Statistics and women. Real life experience of women and statistics. That's who told me that. So the fact that y'all would want to cape for a group of men that call y'all monkeys, call y'all hyenas, call y'all need to stop wearing wigs and lashes.
Y'all talking about TikTok men. That's what you're talking about. You talking about men on TikTok.
Wait, time out. We not if y'all. All right, go ahead.
Like, no, we're not talking about TikTok men. We're talking about men in general. This is the thing. Y'all want to say, first of all, TikTok men are real men. Who do you think these people are who work with you? Who pick you up at Uber? Who's working at Best Buy? Your brother, your cousin, you get what I'm saying? These are the men, baby. These are not robots. These are the men. So the fact that some of y'all are pick-me's and y'all want to come on this app or anywhere else and try to cape for a group of men who don't even like you for real. They don't even respect you for real. They will do, and I hate that you went through that, Terry. I think you was a young lady that came a couple of weeks ago and was telling your testimony.
That wasn't me.
Yeah. Oh, that wasn't you?
Oh,
okay. It was another young lady. But the statistics let us know that these same men, when it comes to abuse, it typically happens when you're pregnant or when you are postpartum. These men will leave, these men will abuse. This is when most of the women are being unalive, right? So statistics are talking, baby. Y'all have to just listen. But y'all be so stigmatized that you don't realize that you're putting yourself in danger 99% of the time.
Yeah, because the number one cause. Yes, I disagree that black men are leaders and protectors. I don't agree with that. I don't know what type of black men y'all around, but the ones I come from are leaders and protectors.
Well, let's hold on one second.
So, wait, can I finish? Can I finish?
Let her finish. Let her.
Can I
No,
finish?
let her finish. Let her finish. Let her finish.
Just,
Come on. Now.
I just want to make sure that, you know, we be realistic here. Okay.
Okay, but I'm still
You say
speaking.
are or are not?
They are leaders and protectors. Let me tell you something. When you're in a marriage with somebody, if they're not doing what you need, right? Do you bash them, or do you uplift them and say, "Hey, you could do better"? You know, I believe in that you could do better. You don't have to be content with where you're at or what you're doing. You don't bash them and be like, "You're a shitty husband. You ain't this, that, and the third." And I feel like that's what we're doing. We're pointing fingers in the black community. If you think of black woman and black woman as in a marriage, how would you fix the problem? You wouldn't point fingers. You wouldn't point fingers because he's. Hold on, can I finish though?
They have to
Can I finish?
Let her finish us. Let her finish her statement.
I'm gonna land. I'm gonna give a soft landing. All I'm saying is that when you point a finger, three are pointing back at you. And so we need to stop pointing the blame at everybody and really just individually take accountability for our actions and just do better. There's no point in saying black men are trash, black women are trash. No, we know dang well that there's a system that has caused conflict in our households. Period, point blank. And now is the time to say now is the time for reconcile. We have been through the conflict. Get out of the conflict stage and time to reconcile. I land my plan.
So if your man cheat on you, you're going to leave him?
I'm sorry. You made a statement that it might be the black men that we know, and I always, that never sits right with me when anyone says that, because it's not just black men that we know, number one. Number two, we are able to compartmentalize the fact that we might personally know good black men. My brothers are great black men. They're great black fathers. My stepfather, the same thing. My uncles, the same thing. I have dated very wonderful black men. That doesn't take away from the fact that the majority of them are not. And our community is what reflects that, right? We can't, it's not an opinion at this point. Our community reflects the lack of leadership. Our community reflects the lack of fatherless homes. And when I say fatherless homes, this has nothing to do with divorce. This has nothing to do with divorce. It's about men, whether they're with the mother or not stepping up to the plate and being in the lives of their children the way that they're supposed to, and support their children the way that they're supposed to. So it has nothing to do with isolated incidents or anecdotal situations. This is a community issue. And yes, there is a root to it all, right? But it's 2025. We have far more Black millionaires and billionaires now than we ever have. We have far more flexibility. We have far more access to resources. We have the ability to be much better in our community now than we did 50 years ago. But look at how we're going backwards. And where does it start? The leadership. That's where it starts. If we had the support that we needed in the homes with the children, we would be able to thrive. We would have generational wealth. We would have protection in our communities. We would have our own school systems. We would have our own businesses. We would have our own neighborhoods. We would be thriving. But we're the only group of women that don't have that backing and don't have that support. Like, literally just something as simple as a grocery store. There's a damn grocery store 10 minutes up the street from me. It's an international food market. And who do you see in there supporting each other the most? The Indians and Asians. They're not freaking out during this pandemic because they're supporting each other and they're pumping money back into their community. We're the only ones that's not really doing that with as much help. Real quick, if you're listening, I just said the lack of leadership. Okay, so I'm going to repeat myself then. The lack of leadership is the problem, and it's not just a lack of leadership. It's not just that they're not stepping up to the plate. They are the oppressors. They are oppressing us. They are unaliving us. They are leaving children without fathers out here. They are taking the lives of other children and other women out here and other men. They're the ones, they're some of the reasons why there are children out here without a father in the home. Because they out here unaliving each other in the streets like damn dogs.
So yes, that is the problem.
Wait, do you think men unaliving children will ever stop?
No. I don't know how that
Do you
was
think-
relevant.
Do you think that men not being present in the home will ever completely stop?
No, it shouldn't. It's not about it stopping. We can't control everybody, right? But in our community, the disadvantages that we have in our communities, and the clear differences, right? There's a problem here. Like the common denominator has to be acknowledged here. If I just said we're the only women that don't have a consistent level of leadership and support from our men, we're the only group of women that our men publicly bash on a regular basis over and over and over again.
And we publicly bash black men. Black men are the only men on earth disrespected.
We are the only. That is some bullshit. And then now we're venturing into pick-me territory.
Hold on.
Okay. No, I would We're venturing into pick-me territory here by making this statement, right?
I just say
we're the only community of women whose men publicly bash us over and over and over again, while simultaneously being the reason why they are bashing us. They call us single mothers and villainize us for it when they are the ones making us single mothers. They want to talk about the kind of men that we pick when they are the men that we, in most proximity, date, marry, and reproduce with. So do you understand how that works? It's a literal mass gaslighting that's happening to Black women, and I feel like you're ignoring that, and that's kind of crazy.
Can I say something right quick?
Can I just say, I'm gonna try to say this. I got one little line to say. The thing is with me, when people have a problem with the all men type of thing, it's like they never seem to have a problem when it's the men out there, like the guy who Pete, whatever, he was up here, he's generalizing and speaking for all men. Like, no man wants to date a single mother with this, and this. All men think this, and this way. But as soon as it's something negative, then all of a sudden it's not all men, not all men. Where is that individuality when they're saying all of their toxic talking points? How come the only time they care about it being all is when it's something that's not positive or praise towards them?
So let's hear some solutions. What do y'all just complain about it, or do any of y'all got any solutions?
All right, quick.
We have a solution, whether or not there's solid solution.
Right, they need.
Wait. Let me say something. Pretty.
You need therapy to not to unalive your child.
Let me say something.
She's trying to talk.
I think so. Everybody in here is clocking your tea. So they trying to say this is what she does. I don't know why you do this, but you're asking women what the solution is. That's not our fight. The solution. Hold on. Why do y'all keep coming off mute? The solution, is that a drop? Please say it's a drop.
Ooh, I don't know.
Is that a drop? Where's Shannon?
Who was
That was the coral.
Wait, what happened? What happened? What happened?
Where's that at? I'll send one right now. Where's that at?
Wait, what happened? I missed it, man. I stepped away, man. What happened?
Excuse me. Whoever sends a gift to drop, please make sure you put in the chat who it's for to drop. If it is to drop someone, put drop and then put the person's username or whatever, or just
somebody sent the coral.
Or if you're just sending a gift, then just say it was just a gift. But I don't really know.
But what I was saying was, it is not our job as women to fight the battle. Pretty. This is what you need to understand. So the fact that you find the need to windmill for these niggas, egregious niggas, is wild to me. But to answer your question, that is not our job. It's their job to come up with a solution because they're the ones creating the problems. You got that?
Yeah, she said drop in the one who paid said drop, but I'm trying to send. Just tell me which one to send. I don't even see a coral. What's a coral? The little like what's it look like?
It literally says coral.
Okay. Yeah, it's not.
Reality is what's needed to drop someone. So if you sent a coral, it's not 1,000 points, then that's not. You would have to send
coral is more than
No, I got coral right here. Sin coral.
Okay, guys, can I speak right quick, please?
Appreciate it.
Okay. Pretty and
we could go bad for bad.
Okay, pretty and paid. I'm a hit you with some statistics.
Send that this way as well. I'm just saying.
Pretty and paid. I'm gonna hit you with some factual stuff that I didn't mean misspelling. 6 figures is talking about. From the website statistic of IWPR.org, violence against Black women in many types. There's more than 4/10 of Black women experiencing physical violence from intimate partners throughout their lifetime. White women, Latinas, Asian women reported lower. Black women also experienced significant higher psychological abuse, including humiliation, name-calling, insults, and control than overall women. Sexual violence against Black women is at an all-time high. More than 20% of Black women are SA'd during their lifetime, a higher share than among all women. Black women face physical high risk of being unalive.
Can you give me some numbers? I'm not trying to interrupt you, but can you give me some numbers, please? Numbers, not percentages. Yeah, so let me give you an example, right? So there's 219 million white tea folks in the country. There's 44 million Black people in the country. If I were to say 20 million Black people have red hair, 20 million white tea people have red hair, that'd be roughly 50% of the BLK community having red hair and only 9% of the white tea community having red hair. So give me numbers, don't give me percentages.
Give you numbers, don't give you percentage. Okay, you don't.
I got it on the Galaxy. I gotta reload my coins, so you might have to drop me. I gotta reload my coins on TikTok Shop.
Are we really like we going bag for bag? Like really, Friday?
Yeah. And if they're gonna go back for back, they give you 7 minutes.
I want y'all to know. I'm literally not even running the panel. I've stepped away like 5 times. But my
thing is with her is there is legit facts up here that there's multiple facts and multiple statuses that Black women are at a higher rate of getting unalive, harmed, essayed, and everything else, and she still want to ignore that fact. You're gonna
she's trying to say that these stats don't equal the majority. That's what she's trying to say.
If she's still this is a more accurate way to describe it anyway, because like the way her explanation showed exactly why you need to talk in percentages. Because like you said, if it's 20 million, that's approximately half the population. But if it's 20 million white tea people, that's 9%. That's why we need percentages, because we need to talk, like the numbers won't accurately portray the statistic.
Exactly. Like I get certain red content could make self-reflect, but all in all, it's still like it's like a yin and yang in a sense, like how you can take some and then it can help you in a sense. Take some of that information and it can help you, but overall it's just bad information, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's like you're basically saying like they put one little piece of common sense in there and then add a lot of nonsensical fluff around it. Like,
what are y'all talking about? I don't understand what y'all saying. What are y'all saying?
He's basically saying like with the pick me type of stuff and the red pill talking points and everything, they try to make it like they're helping people or educating these men or teaching these men something when they really aren't. It's teaching a lot of harmful mindsets, basically, is what it's doing. But they'll try and make it like it's something that's important because they'll add in like one little line that's factual and then surround that one factual piece of common sense and fill it up with I'm describing it horribly. I'm sorry. I need to figure out how to describe it better. But basically just saying it's a lot of BS, but then people fall for it because they hear one little bit of truth in it.
Okay, I'm only Wesso. What is she cooking? Since you like to be in these comments, what is she cooking?
Well, let's bring Wesso up, fam.
Yeah, because you got a lot to say in these comments. Come up in here and say it to our face.
That nigga, time out. We gonna keep it chat. That nigga ain't gonna show his face.
He ain't gonna show his face because he's a bitch. Let me stop.
Oh my.
I can't stand.
Because I hate that. I hate the fact that people wants to come after black women
Lord,
thinking they're the issue.
Hold on, Geronte. Hold on. Everybody mute up for a sec. All right. Westside, what's going on?
Yo.
So what you mean what we on? You said she was cooked. I don't listen. I stepped away for a time, so I don't even
feel like I can feel.
Huh?
She was cooking. Just the last sentence she just said.
No,
percentages.
So if somebody says 20% of black women are experiencing this, or 41% of black women are experiencing this, is percentages not numbers?
Oh yeah, they are. But
okay, so do you believe that 51% of black men are childless, without and never been married? Do you believe that stat?
No, but I do. But women do have about 1 million more kids.
So you wouldn't believe the stat that there's more single black men without children than women who have kids? You wouldn't believe that? But then you somehow, nigga, you know that women have more children than men, but you wouldn't believe the stat that I just quoted?
Wait, repeat it.
51%, or I'm sorry, 54% of black men are childless and never been married. Would you believe that stat?
Oh, never been married? Yeah. Childless?
No.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Gotcha.
Okay, so you'll believe that, but when it comes to women, you can never believe it at all. So you're being biased.
Yeah. You're all biased.
Why you get?
I can't hear
Can you put your mouth on the phone? Because you did all that talking in the chat. Now all of a sudden we can't hear you. So please put your throat in the phone.
We're all biased, man. Can you hear me?
We're not all biased. First of all, no, it's not. We have facts to prove our story. So what the fuck is you talking about?
What's that? The ones we're reading on Google?
Well, that's a data.
It's off a fucking website. It's literally multiple websites that proves my. Start you sleep, you pussy ass motherfucker.
You talking crazy to me.
Gotta make sure we
you got your info by your cousin, baby. It's your bitch ass son. You said bitch ass.
Well, he didn't whoop my ass. He put a restraint on me. So what are you talking about?
All right.
Wait, do y'all know
Guys, we have to keep in mind to make sure we're not using certain words that's going to get the live licked. Okay. Let's keep some composure.
That nigga left. That nigga left.
There's no prior beef in us. He don't know me. The simple fact he went off of what he thought he said and he think he's funny. Boy, you act like. Let me stop talking.
Hey, y'all tap the screen, share the live.
You was spilling your tea though. Now who got a restraining order against you? You been spilling your tea. He said that earlier. He said that earlier. He mentioned it already. He told me that.
He said it himself. Okay.
My cousin's baby daddy got restrained.
Oh yeah.
After I beat him up, and then he wants to see him spread all this. Boy, you don't even know me for real. Stop playing games with me.
Oh yeah, you did say something.
I see you still not in this live no more. Come back on. You play
that nigga dropped. I don't know who the other. Go. Hold on.
Baby, you want me to give you your pacifier?
Hold on, Amos. What's going on? Amos.
What's good?
What's popping, man? What you got?
I'm just enjoying the conversation y'all having.
All right.
Nothing to add to it.
Oh, as far as I feel like, not what I feel like, but I know I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It's higher statistically. It's higher rates of black women who are more educated than black men. Higher rates of black women who own houses more than black men, and these black women are getting employed at higher rates than black men. So when we look at the totality of where the black woman is at currently in the United States, to me, we can't say, oh, it's pick-me's out here, because we are dealing with quality women. I just don't think the black man is upkeeping that quality at the same place as the black woman, if that makes sense. Statistically based on housing and education, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I feel like
woman and still be a pick me though. Like, I mean, by decent woman, I mean like you can be educated, you could be whatever, but like have a good job.
I feel like that you're less likely to be a pick me because but hear me out. Kids are the frequency of women having kids is correlated directly with education. The more a woman is educated, the less likely she's to have more kids, if that makes sense.
I see where you're going with that, but I can promise you, as disheartening as it is, her level of education, it don't make a difference. I have witnessed some supposedly highly educated women, highly successful women come out here and be a damn pick me clown for these fools. So I'm not gonna yeah.
I feel like those are outliers, but we talk about generally speaking, if that makes sense, it's just that you can be a pick-me and have those things, but it's less likely for the majority of women to be pick-me's because you're not just going to go and get the education and say, oh, now I'm going to be a pick-me. Like it doesn't allow for you to do that.
What do y'all define the pick-me as? What do y'all define it as? What y'all define a pick-me as? Can someone define it for me? What y'all?
A pick me is a woman who found, it's basically like this. A pick me is a woman who doesn't find any value in what she do unless a man is involved. She can't live without a man. She can't do anything without a man. And then also, she can't spend time with her friends. Basically, anything she does that does not involve a man, she feel like it's worthless and she feel like she hasn't accomplished anything. The second she gets a man, she feel like she accomplished the whole world. And yes, and the guy is right. Women who have higher education are less likely to be pick-me's, but it's still possible because we have seen it. I have seen it, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you ladies have seen it too. Women who have higher education but still become pick-me's, even with the education that they got, because they feel like nothing that they have is valuable unless they have a man with them.
And it's also a woman who overly coddles. It's also a woman that overly coddles men, and she doesn't hold them accountable.
Yes.
She always wants to find fault and flaws in women, but will not hold a man accountable and pretty much call a spade for the sake of
a man can do no
what's
wrong
more polite, what's more ladylike, what's more popular or unpopular, contrarian kind of woman. There's a very diverse.
Some people, when I put that man
over her children.
yeah, but nah, y'all get great definition. Some people be having their definition off, so I was just wondering like what it was, but nah, I agree. All right.
Also, a woman that tries to overcompensate herself and try to make herself seem like better than other women in order to appease the other men. Like, I don't do that. I cook, I clean, I just, just the traditional, I will be there for you. I would never raise my voice at you. I will stay down. The whole,
all that crap.
uplift the man and things like that. I just really wanted to ask her questions because the thing about with a woman like her, you cannot speak facts to her. You cannot bring her statistics or anything. You have to break her down mentally and ask her questions personally, get down to the nitty gritty. Because I wanted to ask her so many questions. Like, well, how do you act when a man neglects you? Do you uplift him when he cheats on you? Like, what do you do?
She just sent another galaxy.
It was somebody up here that was a pick-me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It was like on the
pick me and paid. Pretty and paid. Just sent the galaxy. She wants to come back up.
And that was HLS. My problem.
And
that was professional who did that.
And Moz, you were very spot on with the whole education thing and being less likely to be a pick-me because this girl really said, I don't want percentages, I want numbers. Girl, what?
I mean, we have to let's look at it from the devil's advocate. If women are leading statistically in these categories, wouldn't that make men pick-me's? Because you want to attach yourself with something that's winning or going to put you in a better position in life. And correlation, a woman having an education and a house is one of the things that lead to better employment and wealth building. If they're beating men, black men, and we're not having these things, and we're saying, oh, the black man is the prize, but statistically, black women are leading in these categories. wouldn't it be the man would be the pick me? So I'm just trying to, if you all understand, I want to follow up with that.
Yeah, I would say
I don't
I would say
disagree.
that. I would say yeah that a lot of men are the pick me's because you will hear a lot of basically here's the thing, you will hear a lot of rappers and all of them talk about how a lot of men will run up to their area to sit with them. And it was what's his name, France Montana, who said that he was finna pull a drop of liquor in the girl's mouth. A guy pushed the girl out the way and opened his mouth, waiting for him to pull the liquor in his mouth.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's crazy. I wouldn't say the men be pick me's for women; they pick me's for other men.
Yeah, men strive for other men's validation. That's how.
Right.
That's how.
What's wrong with a woman? Because y'all rephrase
in the comments said that Durante, you pandering. But the thing is, I don't understand saying pandering to women. Are you supposed to pander to men? Like, are you supposed to try and get the approval of men as a straight man? I don't understand that.
So what's wrong?
Hold on. First of all, I would never pander to no man, and I'm not pandering to women. I'm actively correcting men on the bull crap we have been taught since we were kids. People don't realize the world was built off misogynistic views. If you go back to the 60s, 50s, and way back, women had no rights or anything else. And a lot of men are talking. Not a lot. You know what? I don't even care. You saying a lot.
That far back.
Yeah, a lot of men say, I want to go back to the 50s. I want to go back to the 60s. I want to go back to the 30s where women will worship men. You mean the part where women did not have rights to do anything? They could not get out of marriage. They could not do anything unless their man was involved. They really couldn't get jobs like that. They were really
have a bank account until 1974 without a man.
Thank you. It's a simple fact. A lot of women did not have anything back then. And then y'all talking about y'all want that to be just like that. What people do not have, what do people not realize? And sorry, Pretty and Paige, this is nothing issue, but I feel like picking women are following the ignorance when it comes to what these men are saying. And then instead of actually understanding and actually educating themselves on what women actually go through back in the day, y'all want to sit there and pander these men. These are grown men who have no emotional intelligence, who want a woman to take care of them when in reality they can't take care of them. I have seen on TikTok multiple times, there are men out here who saying, oh, I want me a woman because I'm tired of cooking for myself. I'm tired of washing my own clothes. I'm tired of going to the bank and getting my money. I don't know how to do this stuff. I don't know how to do this. I need a woman to actually help me raise my kids. And there was a man on here there's a TikToker on here who said he was a professional fighter. And the TikTok who said, you would rather work a 9 to 5 and get your education instead of making your man a sandwich.
Oh, that guy, yeah.
Wait, but you see, the thing about it is, I don't see a problem with wanting validation from a man, or specifically even then your man. What's wrong with wanting validation? Just because he's a man, that doesn't mean okay. I got the galaxy. If that's for me, I got the galaxy too. So we can do this.
Well, you're getting. Well, hold on. You get dropped as the
too.
Somebody, yes.
So say we don't even worry about it. We finna end this mug anyway. I was gonna say, Jazz, get your last words in. We run it back another time. Or well, tomorrow the women's only panel, like for women's grievances and stuff like that, where you gonna be running it, but I ain't gonna really be around. But
please educate yourself. This is ridiculous.
Please educate yourselves. There's nothing wrong with a woman seeking validation. Y'all women get around all these other women and y'all congregate and converse, and y'all can't think for yourselves. Y'all can't think for themselves. Y'all can't think for yourselves. You gotta think like the next one.
Here need a male validation. What are you talking about?
Hold on.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. No, after I didn't just say what I said.
How to do that?
After I just said what I said, hell no. I'm trying to get off this motherfucker. I love you, but we gotta get the fuck out of here. Everybody. Jazz, get your last words in, co-host. God damn it, we gonna run it. We gonna run it back tomorrow. I'll bring y'all all up. Well, Friday. I'll try to bring y'all all up Friday if I go live Friday. We run it back.
We can get messy talk tomorrow if they want to.
All right, we can do it. We can do it tomorrow.
But thank you guys for your support tonight. We really appreciate you guys. The Cash App on the screen is to help me feed the homeless. Appreciate anybody who's able to help with that. I'm definitely excited for tomorrow because we will continue with this topic. And I think, we'll probably we'll think about switching up the background just a little bit, but we didn't expect it to venture off into this. Yeah, you know what? I gotta get sleep for work tomorrow. Otherwise, I would just go live after this, y'all. I'm sorry. You know what? I think I might live after this.
Yeah,
I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go live after this. So y'all can follow me over there. I'm gonna go live for a little bit. Y'all get some things off your chest. Okay? Thank you.
Hey, y'all continue to donate to. That's not my Cash App. That's Jazz Cash App. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the conversation. I love y'all. 6 figure don't come from my head. I know I had to drop everybody. I pressed the button that drop everybody. Goddamn me. I'm just, y'all was finna go at it. I gotta get the fuck out of here. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay encouraged in Jesus' name. We will see y'all tomorrow. Hey, YouTube, I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. I'll see y'all tomorrow. But they was finna start fussing again after I just said what I said. I walk away every time I walk away and come back, it's some bullshit going on.